a water park yesterday.
Ooh, okay. I haven't been one of those in a long time. I grew up near a couple, so.
With my niece. She's 2.5.
Oh, it's a good age for that.
So her mum was really
sandwich.
Her mum was really mad when I threw her down the cyclone of death slide. You know?
I wouldn't imagine they would allow such young children on the cyclone of death.
I had to skip a few lifeguards. It's true.
Yeah, well,
Paid
you got to
one
get
off.
the kids ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was fine.
Yeah.
It was all good. It was good fun.
Cool.
I had a smidgen of what it's
funny
like
because
to have kids.
I've been thinking about it. Like, if my nephew were to come up or something, I think it would be fun to. There's one about an hour from us, but I think that my portly physique would make it really rough for me to, get in a bathing suit and go down water slides. I shouldn't have that body ego thinking process. I should just be like, whatever, man. I look how I look. It's all good. But I don't know. We went to a swimming pool a couple years back, and I was just like, I don't feel like getting half naked in front of everybody. So
I only feel like getting half naked in front of everyone.
Getting half naked.
I always think, like, when you see a guy with like a 6-pack of muscles and he's getting his chest out, and everybody's like looking at him, getting his chest out because he's got muscles. It's like, yeah, he is. Yeah, he's only getting them out because he has muscles. That's correct. This is all correct.
Well, and he's worked hard to have that. He's going to show him off.
If I went to the gym 4 times a week, worked really, really hard,
of course,
I would also feel like I've earned the right to show off my fabulous body.
Well, and that's why I'm always using such big words. Like, I worked hard to get this vocabulary. That's my ab muscles.
And that's why I'm always...
making cool videos.
I'm always...
making people laugh. Ha ha, you're useful. The world needs clowns.
I remember...
Speaking of which, here comes Stu.
Yo!
Hey! We were just talking about you, Stu.
Yeah, I bet you were.
Just talking about you,
Yeah,
Stu.
we were.
Yeah, I bet you were.
We were.
Hey, what's up? Nerfing.
Hey, speaking of nerfing, they just installed in our school these new paper towel dispensers, and the company that made them is called...
Keep bringing us the hot news.
Hang on a second. This is worth it, though. The company that installed them, the company is called Murfin, M-E-R-F-I-N.
Yeah.
So every time I look at the paper towel dispenser, I hear that.
Hey, what's up? Nerfing.
Murfin.
Yeah.
I want to make a meme of it, but it's like there's no one moment. Andy doesn't look a certain way in that moment, and like, what am I gonna put the paper towel dispenser over his head or something?
It would have to be an audio meme.
It would, and there's no such thing as an audio meme.
It's called a TikTok.
Oh, well, you're way past my pay grade. I don't know anything about no TikTok.
What's this TikTok?
Yeah, I'm barely catching up with Instagram.
Damn.
Damn.
Thanks for sending me a picture of your bin removal process, Duke.
What?
Wow. But that was exciting.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking of you. We were just talking about it. So, yeah. Making the big hike.
The bin removal process, I see.
Oh my God, the Duchess is fighting worms.
What?
Yeah.
Run.
Is she okay?
We just watched the new Dune last night. So she's in the garden, and she sent me a picture of a worm, and she goes, "It's just like Dune."
I'm going watching it on Wednesday. I'm going watching it Wednesday.
You going to the theater?
Yes.
Oh,
but in the afternoon. In the afternoon, though. In the afternoon.
You're
trying to play it safe, man.
You're like a retired old man.
I know.
I'm gonna sit without all these kids around.
What do you mean play
it
safe?
That's very good.
Why'd you play it safe?
Well, I don't want to be sitting with loads of fucking unwashed in a theatre where I'm going to
I don't know if you've read the news, but no one cares about COVID in England anymore.
Yeah, well, they
Therefore,
don't care.
You can't get sick.
Yeah, it's fine. There's only 40,000.
Oh my God, I just realized I'm supposed to be doing laundry today.
Well, it's too late now because we're doing a podcast instead.
I don't think we've started, though.
The laundry. Right, we need to start, though. Let's do this shit.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Yeah, let's do it. Fear is the mind killer. I will observe no fear.
Welcome, yo,
My hand. Oh, my hand. I can't move my head though. Fear is the mind killer. Oh. No. Oh God. My hand. Oh, my hand.
I just fell on my bottom into some butterscotch.
My hand hurts. Oh God. Oh. Saul Rosenberg. Oh my word. Putting his hand in the box.
We ain't doing geometry. We try to play some games.
Hey, what's up? Nothing.
Hello and welcome to episode 617 of the Veteran Gamers podcast.
Is it 617?
That was a long wait.
Well, that's what you've got on the stream. I don't know.
It is
I'll just go off what's
617.
on the stream.
Of course, it's 617. Yay, 617. What's up, people?
Is
I'm
it?
Duke.
Is it? Are we right?
Yes.
I'm Stu.
Look, I write it in
Alright.
my notebook every week. Look,
Okay, I'm
617.
it's fine. It's fine. I'm just reading what's it. Yeah, it is 617. Totally is. Yes, fine.
We are not military veterans, people. We're veterans of the gaming lifestyle.
And we stream.
Blah 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 blah. And by the way,
By the way,
this is a special Halloween special.
Ooh.
Ooh, I don't really have any
Some-
Halloween
some-
sound effects.
Ooh.
It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens.
I've
See,
got.
it's so spooky how inappropriate that sound effect
got a,
is.
I've
That
got
was
like
inappropriate.
a scary. I want to give people a scary. They're driving their pickup
Yeah.
trucks or whatever they're doing.
Jump
or-
scare!
All right. Did you leave the oven on? Oh.
Oh, dude, your house is gonna burn down. Oh, this is just kind of a scary noise.
Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terribly scary. That is.
Oh man, people are
Wow.
shitting themselves right
I
now
bet they
listening
are.
to this.
Yeah. You know what though?
Ratcheted the tension.
If you were wandering around a corridor, a dark corridor, and then you just heard all of a sudden,
And I did that.
you would shit yourself.
You'd be like, what the fuck is that?
the-
Yeah, you would.
What possible reason could there be for any human or other creature to make that noise? It must be a demon.
Why is there a flamboyant owl in outside of my house?
Beep, 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 beep.
I know he's being transported to space.
There you go.
I don't. You see,
Wow. Do you know what's interesting though? Interesting. Halloween
What's
today, as we know,
Yes.
Halloween.
All Hallows Eve.
Yeah.
We've only had one trick-or-treater knock on the door all night, which
Yeah,
is,
well,
and we live on an estate, so like you usually get loads
there's
of them.
people around.
So, well, not that many. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, but not
less
tonight.
than I
But
thought.
usually, you're saying, yeah.
Yeah.
We had
Usually
one knock
more.
on our door. I watched them through the doorbell cam,
Yeah.
and
you
You
just
didn't
waited for them
actually
to go
go
away.
and give them sweets.
I watched it, and it was so funny watching them. There's these two little cute girls, and they're just like, "Oh, where's the doorbell? Oh, no, there it is, bing bong." I was like, "I'm not answering." And then they go, ringing the doorbell, and then they
We're
just walked
really
off.
doing that. That's hilarious. Kids, you gotta love them, haven't you?
Oh, that was
Oh,
very
they're
cute.
so cute.
No,
Huh.
I didn't give them any.
Some
sweets.
Christians historically abstained from meat on All Hallows Eve, a tradition reflected in the eating of certain vegetarian foods on this vigil day, including apples, potato pancakes, and soul cakes. The fuck
Oh,
is a
there you
soul
go.
cake?
I have no idea, but every day's a
Small
learning
round
day.
cake,
thought
shortbread biscuit.
You would know what a soul cake is.
I've never heard of a soul
Nope.
cake.
Well, you've heard of it now.
Well, I have
Anyway, this
now.
is not the Halloween trivia podcast as much as I'm going to try to make
Well,
it.
it is.
Hey,
It's
Stu,
a Halloween
Stu,
show.
I'm going to ask you a
Yes.
question related to
Go.
work.
There we go.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Right,
You
here we
go.
go.
I'm ready.
What is like a pain in the arse to cook?
Oh, lots of
You know when
things.
like you see something and you're like, oh,
Soul cakes, because you got to go gather souls.
and learn what they are.
I'll tell you what one of the most difficult things I've had to cook is over the years, but I haven't cooked them where I work currently, but Danish pastries
Danish pastries.
are a fucking pain in the arse to cook.
Right.
Because it's sort of like a sweet pastry, but it's also a bit like a bread dough. But you've got to knock it back multiple times and layer it, so it's almost like puff pastry mixed with bread,
Right.
and it's like an enriched dough, and it takes fucking ages, and there's lots of faffing around.
So
just
you
to
wouldn't,
get a
if that
Danish
came up as
pastry.
a technical on Bake Off, you'd be
Oh
fucked.
no, I'd be like, fuck that shit. I ain't doing that. Fucking Danish pastry.
Do you think you would do well on Bake Off?
No, I'm not much of a baker. I can bake, but
Yeah, but you'd know You'd be so good in the kitchen, though. I think. Like,
No, I'll be all right, and I'm good in the kitchen, but
He's good in the kitchen. He's a beast in the kitchen
I've
and a
seen it.
saint in the
I've
sheets.
seen it with my own eyes.
there's good in the
And that
kitchen,
as
good
well,
in the
dude.
kitchen. My mate, Sean Feng Chui, he's a qualified pastry chef.
Oh right.
Ooh.
So he
you get the two of you, and you got the whole meal.
Yeah,
set
he
up.
specializes in sort of sugar work and cakes and pastries
Sugar
and all that
work?
kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh,
sugar
yeah.
work.
Sugar
So
work.
sugar
Oh, you don't
work,
want to
like,
anybody handling your sugar work.
What's sugar
working
work?
working with
Working
sugar,
with sugar.
caramel,
Hello.
I broke the language down that
sugar
much. but-
baskets, all that kind of jive. He does-
Making
he does all
frosting, I
sorts of cool
assume,
stuff.
icing,
Well, yeah, some of that.
sprinkling
but
sugar on top.
one of the coolest things I ever saw, and this is going back quite a while. We saw this guy do a
This is going to be one of the coolest
demonstration
things he's ever seen in his life, people.
is.
Go ahead.
on blowing sugar. So it was a little bit like a glass blower, but he
Yeah.
was using coloured sugar, and he was making apples and oranges and
At
lemons
this
and
point,
shit
just
out
make
of
a
sugar.
fucking
There you
It's
go.
fucking
Victoria
cool.
sponge. Do you know what I mean? If you're gonna blow sugar, just
Yeah.
what's the point?
Yeah,
Groups
like
of
a little,
people-
little straw, blowing sugar
Groups of
balls on
people,
the end of it.
often children, would go door to door during All Hallowtide, collecting soul cakes in exchange for praying for the dead, especially the souls of the givers, friends, and relatives. That's why they called them soul cakes.
Yeah,
They were
there
known
you
as that was known as souling. So
Wow.
there you go.
We have people in the chat listening to this live, unbelievably.
reason.
go.
Unbelievably.
I know,
What's
it's
wrong
just
with y'all?
crazy, isn't it?
So
Hi.
Sean Feel says, "Morning lads, Halloween is getting fucking bigger in Australia."
Beggar,
Oh boy, it's the Americanization of everything. You're welcome.
you're not wrong.
Ian, even though it's an Irish holiday, Ian Williams says, "Evening, everyone."
Yeah, but didn't we make it our own? Like, didn't we
course you
take
did.
it and
Of course you
screw
fucking
it
did.
all to hell?
Fuck you,
Come on, give credit where it's due.
By the way, just quickly going
Americans.
back to the chefy thing.
bloody
Uh,
Americans.
Millie has a running joke with me, Chinny, that she does every year.
Well, it's just looking at you,
Regarding-
They're just putting a
No,
mirror
no,
at your face.
No, she has a running joke because every time MasterChef's on,
Yeah.
she always does this little joke that she has where she goes, "Can you go on this then?" And obviously you can't go on if you're a qualified chef.
Right.
So every year I have to then go, "No, Millie, I can't." And she'll go, "I got you again." And then she does it multiple times throughout the
So
series.
the joke is, she's implying that you're not a qualified chef.
No. She's implied. She asked me because she knows I can't go on it. So she always asks me, "Can I go on it?" Because she knows.
So,
I
as
can't.
in, could you lift this car? It's the same kind of joke as could you lift this car?
Well,
Because
no,
she knows
because-
you can't lift that car.
Well, I get that's a funny.
It's kind of like
comparison.
the same joke
but-
as, can you lift this spacecraft?
Can you-
Or like, can you become president of the United States?
Yeah, well, no, because that would mean I was qualified to be president of the United. I know that you're right. That's different.
Can you
No, it's
lift?
'cause it's-
Can you lift the
it's-
Starship Enterprise?
It's no. Oh,
Stu,
dear
just
me.
answer the question. It's simple.
I don't think.
Why are you
so.
ducking the question, Stuart?
I
Answer him.
don't know.
Mr. President, why are you ducking the question?
I'm trying to think of a better comparison, but I
did
can't
not
come up with
lift-
one.
Guising. In Scotland and Ireland, guising, children disguised in costume going from door to door for food or coins, is a traditional Halloween costume. How is that different from trick or treating?
I think
It's
we
not.
should just forget talking about video games and just read Wikipedia for the rest of the show.
I think.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
I've got something.
Ooh,
that-
here's a page on trick or treat for UNICEF.
I think there's something we should bring back in this country, Chinny, and you may or may not agree with me.
Public beheadings.
No,
Mr.
penny-
Blobby, Mr.
no, penny for the guy. No one does that anymore.
I don't know
What's
what that
penny
is.
for the guy?
You know, a penny for the guy.
Oh, yeah,
so,
I know what that is.
I've heard
You
of
know
it.
what that is?
I've heard
You
of
know
it. I
what
don't know
it
what
is?
it is.
Oh,
so
yeah.
basically, what you did when we were kids, right? We used to make a guy to put on our bonfire because we used to have one in the field behind the house. You know,
Oh,
Yeah.
Guy Fawkes.
Guy
Yeah,
Fawkes,
no, yeah, Guy Fawkes, right? So you make a guy, which is like a bit of a stuffed scarecrow thing that you stick
yeah,
on
it's
the
just
top.
usually some sort of like bag
Yeah.
of shit. That
But
you
then
put
we
thing on.
used to drag it. We used to drag it around the village where we lived, and asking for a penny for the guy, and then people give you cash.
Are you sure this
and
just
that-
happened in your village?
I don't know. And then that's how you bought your fireworks. 'cause
I
you
have
got money
heard
to
of
buy
penny
fireworks.
for the guy.
penny,
that is-
penny
I have
for the
heard.
guy.
But
Oh, in Welsh, it's I got a little sign here. Synios ir hen guy.
Is that really penny for the guy in Welsh?
I don't know. That's what this picture says.
the Welsh language is just flip,
Yeah,
flip,
yeah.
flip, flip.
It just sounds
Yeah, I
like
didn't have enough.
yeah,
in
trying
it,
to get
so-
up a bit of phlegm, man.
So
That's
Scott
what it was.
Patton in the chat says, I used to make a few quid doing Penny for the Guy many years ago.
See,
There you go.
it's the thing. We used to actually buy fireworks, so we didn't just do it just to get.
We used
cash.
to, my bonfire tradition, and this really just makes me feel, just like a little kid again, is
Yeah.
asking adults to buy fireworks from shops and then putting those fireworks in plastic pipes and launching them at our friends.
Yeah, you
That
see, the
to
worst.
me is the true bonfire spirit.
Yeah, the worst thing we ever did as kids, right? Confession time. But the worst thing the old-fashioned red telephone boxes,
Yeah,
and they used to have the telephone like,
yeah,
yeah, they used to have glass telephone signs around the top.
yeah.
Like made out of
Yeah.
glass.
You smashed them with rocks.
No, worse than that. We we didn't intend
Took a
to break
shit
them.
inside of them.
No, we put an air bomb inside of the telephone box and closed the door. Like
Great
set it
stuff.
light,
Great stuff.
and it blew the windows out of the top of the
the
telephone
hell?
box. It was like,
Dear
well,
God.
probably
It's
not a
like
good
actual
idea.
destruction of public
It
good.
was. It
I still
was.
remember we had these fireworks walking around the streets, and they were doing like some gas pipes or something, and there was these big pipes.
We will be talking about video games at
There's
some
these
point.
big
Nah,
pipes on the
who
road,
cares?
and I remember all of us coming to the realization that we could put these fireworks in these pipes at the same time.
Did it have a race?
Just firing them at each other. Just
Oh, I
thinking,
thought
this
you were
is-
just having a race up
this
the
is going to be
pipes.
fantastic.
Such a bad idea.
So
that.
stupid, so ridiculous.
I mean, that's kids. That's what you did. You
it's
did
kids, though.
stupid
It's
shit.
kids.
That's not what I did. I never
Oh, you
blew up no
did.
telephone box or
You must have done
put
some
firecrackers in.
Okay, here
pipes.
we go, dude. What was the
we
worst
go.
thing you did as a kid that you got in trouble for?
Like
Or you didn't
seriously,
get in
I
trouble,
I
got
was
away with?
such a nerd, such a goody two shoes. I didn't
out of
really do
town.
anything. I mean, we used to like kind of tease this kid Joel down the block because he was a nerd. I remember this was kind of mean.
Ooh, here we
One
go.
time I was playing a video game at my friend Mark's house, and shout out to Amar because he just talked about. First of all, he made me cry on Twitter because he said, "I'm gonna play." I don't remember what game he said he's gonna play. Some Bethesda games. I'm gonna give Bethesda a chance, even though Skyrim and Oblivion and Fallout are crap.
Is this
I'm like, dude, I thought you were
recent?
cool.
Is it, how long ago is
Yeah,
this?
it was
dude?
today.
Oh God.
I'm like, what are you doing, Amar? I thought you were a cool person. Now I hate you. I don't actually
Wow.
hate you. Kind of. Anyway, so but he gave me some video link to Console Wars podcast, and they're talking about Ghostbusters on the old computer systems. And it reminded me, I used to go over to my friend Mark's house. Anyway, I was over at my friend Mark's house, and I was like playing this video game, and I was really frustrated because I kept missing, and I was like, oh, I missed the pickup. And he's like, you should be more careful. I was like, he's like, maybe it hasn't appeared yet. And I was like, it did appear. Maybe you should get glasses. And he came over to me and he like stood in between me and the monitor. He goes, I wear glasses, son. And I was like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. Like I was really embarrassed because I had insulted him.
Is that the worst
literally,
thing
like,
you've
That's
ever
the
done?
worst thing you've done.
Yeah.
That is the worst.
That's the worst thing I can think of as a child.
Wow,
I probably
that
did.
was-
I
Yeah,
did
I know,
that.
right?
I probably did that today.
Yeah. What is the matter with you?
I'm a nerd. What can I say? I'm a good.
The worst, actually, the worst thing we ever did. The blowing the telephone box up was pretty bad, but we did do worse stuff than one time because we thought it'd be quite funny. There was like in our local village, there was like a village hall, you know, where they used to have like plays on and shit like that. So one night when there was a play on or some sort of event or something, we got a sack of potatoes and then we went down and we basically put potatoes up everybody's exhaust pipes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a potato.
Yeah,
It fails to start, doesn't it?
kicked it well. No,
like
well,
in Beverly Hills Cop.
Yes and no. Then we then we got on the school roof, which is opposite the village hall, to watch the fireworks, and it was quite interesting because some of them blew them out, so there was like potatoes flying everywhere across the car park, but.
Smashing into windows and killing
No,
people.
no, it wasn't quite as bad as that. But a couple of days later, the local policeman came up to us all. We were like stood, hanging out like you.
Oh, you're in trouble.
And he was like, do you lot know anything about these potatoes at the village hall? And we're like, no. Why? And he's like, because one of the cars, it backed up so much, it kind of broke his engine completely, like all the combustion gases going back in his engine,
Yeah.
blew his head gasket and everything.
Yeah.
And we were just like, nah. don't know
I
anything
don't know
about
anything
it.
about it.
No,
Sorry, I don't know anything about that. Thanks, Ian
yeah.
Williams. It was Outer Wilds. That's what he. Yeah, that's right.
So we
And hi,
basically killed
GA
somebody's
Trucker.
car. Because we were
Yeah.
bad. We were bad.
Screw y'all.
Shall we talk about video?
Yeah, video games. Shall we do some video games? I don't
I
know.
guess we haven't. That
It's
was
horror
our story
game.
time.
Horror
Where are you
games.
going?
Yeah, that was kind of
Story time's
time.
over, isn't it?
Dune. Yeah.
What you been playing?
No more video games because they cause stress and they raise your heart rate.
More stress than being a police officer?
Jake, I've seen you play Mario Party.
Wario cheats!
I'm just saying, but Wario cheats. That's a stupid game.
Excellent. So,
Yes.
we all had a task this week, and I think we should start with that. We were going to play
Yeah.
a
Let's
horror
begin
game.
with a task. A horror game.
Horror. I think Chinny should go first. Go for it, Chinny.
Okay, Chinny.
What horror
Yeah.
game
Go for it.
did you play?
Duchess made some chocolate chip cookies. That's what I'm eating.
Resident Evil 3 was what I meant to play, but I didn't.
What?
Nah.
I had a choice today, Stu.
You had a choice.
My
And-
choice was
Make Stu happy or make him angry.
Yeah, made me angry. That's what you're doing right now.
have a nap.
Looking one thing, Chinny.
Have a nap or play Resident Evil 3. I had a nap.
What are you, a baby?
And
The
today was the
clocks
only
went
day
by.
you could have possibly played
Yeah.
it.
You fucking got an hour's extra
not helping,
sleep last
Duke.
night.
I'm not trying to help
Wow.
you lazy
You know,
ass.
I'll be honest with you, Chinny. I think you're slacking, right? You're not even doing play my game bitch anymore. With
Are we
that, that's like 3 weeks out.
Am I getting chucked off the show? Is this what this?
I think this is fucking going to happen unless you start playing some fucking games.
Well,
wow, we.
I need to use the Patreon money to pay people to play games for me.
There you go.
I think that's what you're going to have to
Just
do.
write some notes and you're
Yeah.
gonna be like, "Oh, this game was good.
Yeah,
this game
it
was
said you
God."
played it.
Oh wait, no, it says good here. Sorry.
Apparently, Resident Evil 3 was really good.
Scary. I was
Wow.
scarred by this game. I mean, scared by this game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, Stuart. I will try harder.
Whatever, it's okay. Let's roll with it. I played a game called Deathly Stillness.
It sounds good. I like it.
It is a free game on Steam made by someone in China. I get the sense that there's people in China and elsewhere. I mean, I suppose we see this in the US a little bit, who make little free games as a way to show, like, hey, I know how to make games. Like, somebody hire me. This is very well made.
Oh.
It's a very basic concept. It's just wander around and kill all the zombies in a particular area.
want my hair long again.
So
Sometimes that's fun.
yeah, it's very well made. The graphics are great. The gameplay is generally solid. It's a very simple concept. So, the first, there's 3 scenarios you can play in. The first is like roadside, and you're just wandering along this road.
It looks like
The
DayZ.
second, yeah, it's got good graphics. The second is some sort of
I see what you
like a
mean.
neighborhood, and then the third is like a Chinese alleyway in China. And I guess it would just be an alleyway, not a Chinese. They wouldn't call it a Chinese alleyway.
Well, it's in China, so it's a Chinese
right.
alleyway. I get you.
Yes, an American alleyway in America.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, the precision is very solid. You can't really zoom in at all, but it is, you got a good dot, and headshots are hard to get, and that's a shame because you really need to save your ammo.
He looked like he was saving his ammo in this video.
This dude knows how to get headshots. He's getting loads of them.
Right. And it gets easier as you play it. But that opening scenario is very different because all the zombies are just sort of standing there. The second scenario, which I'll get to in a second, I think, in this video, they're in the houses, and you got to go upstairs and downstairs and around corners, and they're running in the house, and it's a lot more hectic. So I did pretty well. I got about 2/3 of the way through that level, but then they got me because I ran out of bullets. And I think there's some melee attack, but it's not going to do much.
So is
And
this
I had,
just
like,
a
4
single
zombies
player
on me.
game then?
Oh yeah, it's just single player. It's not even really a game. Like, you either win or fail, and then it's like restart or main menu, and that's it. Like, there's no story, there's no nothing. It's just these 3 scenarios.
Yeah, so it feels a bit more like a tech demo, I guess, than
It is a tech demo, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
full
But
game.
I mean, it's
like,
a very good tech demo. It's
It
like, it's
looks
very well
good.
made.
I'm gonna say I'm quite impressed with how it looks.
We're talking about the
absolutely.
game Deadly Stillness, everybody. Deadly Stillness. Thank you.
Deathly stillness.
Deathly Stillness, everybody. Thank you.
I've got to say, this dude's pretty good at it.
Oh, he is very good at it, no doubt about it. And you
Maybe
know,
he should
I
do
got
this
better as I
podcast.
went.
Yeah, maybe he
Yeah,
should.
I know, right?
Well, he's played a game, obviously. Look, he's playing it right now.
Yeah. But you run out of ammo pretty quickly and you have to keep finding it. And so in this game, like I would do a thing at the start of this level where I would just sort of like see somebody in a house and shoot them from outside and just wait for zombies to come running out. And that worked for a little while, but then you start to run out of bullets. You have to go in the house. And the game does a very good job of, you make noise when you walk and it sounds kind of like there might be a zombie near you or above you or below you. And you start to freak out a little bit. And it's just, it does a good job of keeping the adrenaline up.
It looked pretty hectic then. This chap went into a house and got
he
overthrown pretty quickly.
Yeah. Yep.
What are some of the flaws of this tech demo of Deathly Stillness?
Well, I mean, I don't even know if it's a flaw, just the fact that, you need to conserve your ammo. I didn't find it fun enough to replay again because once I got killed, I was like, all right, I think I'm good on this game.
What would make you replay it?
I don't know. A story might, but also having some kind of progression might, because
there seems to be a lot. This dude's getting loads of ammo.
Yeah, this looks like, I don't know how he had 3 pieces of ammo in one.
Well, there was
upstairs,
5. There was 5.
I never
in the
found
house.
more than one. I never found more than one. So maybe he had on a different difficulty level or something. I don't know. But I never had that much ammo, so.
But
anyway,
it looks like it could be a cool game if it was fleshed out.
It's well worth the money.
Free.
It's free, right? Yeah. And like I said, it's really well done. It's just even if you were to defeat all 3 scenarios, like that's going to be about it. You might try putting the difficulty up or something. I don't even remember if there is a difficulty level or not, to be honest. But it sure gave me this creeps. Because at a certain point when I had like 5 bullets and I could hear zombies moving around, I was like, yeah. And that's the other thing. I really don't like feeling that way. I have enough fear and anger when I play Rocket League. So there's that.
So this was kind of a tension builder more than a
It was definitely a tension. Right. It was a tension builder. It was scary. The zombies are freakishly fast. But it's very well made. So people, if you like zombie shooters, go to Steam, download Deathly Stillness, and give it a whirl.
And these guys could be one to watch, if they do bring out a proper full game afterwards, I guess.
I think it's just one person. I could be wrong, but I seem to recall
one bloke.
It's just one individual.
No, that's impressive. If it's one dude who's made this game, it's
pretty impressive. Trying to find
impressive.
it on Steam, but it was doing a thing. Anyway, yeah. So that's Deathly Stillness.
Very good. Well, I'll start with one of my horror games because I played 2 this week because that's how fucking dedicated I am.
Well,
that's
I'll
my
have one of yours.
dedication.
Sorry. Here's what it says. This game is a teaching case game of Billy Chen Jiasheng.
What?
Not an officially released game. I mean, English is
it's
his first language.
No, it's a teaching. It's a teaching case game. So he might be a student. He might be a teacher.
Yeah, I assume it's a student.
No idea, but it's cool.
Total production time was 17 days.
That's
wow,
pretty.
That's impressive.
That's what it says on Steam. Yeah.
It makes me sad that people are talented and I have nothing.
He's definitely
you can't even
talented.
Play fun games. Never mind.
Yeah, you can play them, let alone make one.
Yeah,
God,
it's true.
That'd be way too much to ask. Yes, I'm going to start with the one that I said I'd play, which is Amnesia Rebirth.
Yeah.
Yes. It's not like other Amnesia games, is the first thing I'm going to say, because as we know, Amnesia games are horrible and atmospheric and nothing happens and then something happens and then it's horrible because nothing happened for ages. This is slightly different. I feel like since they made Soma, they've kind of gone more down this almost more story-driven, thoughtful route.
Well, there's only so much you can do with, like, things are coming to kill you, ghosts are everywhere, you're going to die.
And they've just got really proficient at making really cool games, because Soma was my game of the year that came out, because it was just so good. The story was excellent. And I feel like there's a lot more philosophical stuff going on. Philosophical. The games are a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
You know, really cool stories, interesting concepts. And this game's no different than Soma in that regard because it's a really interesting setup. So you're in a plane crash, and then you wake up in the desert.
Very different,
and
isn't it? Very different to what the other games are.
Well, yeah, because they're set in haunted houses.
Yeah.
And this is no houses
This
at all.
looks nothing like it.
It looks nothing like any other Amnesia game.
I might not even know it's the same developer if you hadn't told me.
And it's beautiful. I mean,
I'm assuming because I can't see the game because there's nothing on the screen.
it's
assume
coming.
It's there.
It's a coming. It's a
Okay.
coming. But the sun, like the way the sun shines and the sort of atmosphere is just
Shine
awesome.
like a star.
It
Wait a minute.
really-
You're saying that the sunshine is awesome?
No, just
That's-
the way,
that's the-
just the atmosphere. You know, you do feel like you're
The
in the middle of the
ambiance.
desert. The ambiance of the game,
It
dude.
looks like a generic outdoor desert.
What?
game, but anyway,
What
go
are
on.
you saying?
What are you even?
I'm saying like
implying?
I can't tell much
Oh.
about what we see so far.
There's
I take your word for it though.
architecture
I'll
and
take
there's
it. It
cool
looks good.
shit
Okay, it's
going on.
architecture.
But yeah, what they've also done in more recent times, and they did this with Soma later on as a patch, but this launched with it, is allow you to play the game with no threat to yourself at all. So you can play the game without being killed. You can play the game without being like going sort of mental in the dark, because this is one of those games. So if you stay in the dark too long, you start to lose your sanity. So they
Yeah.
have brought that, which is like other Amnesia games.
Okay.
But if like I'm playing it normal, I thought, fuck this, I ain't playing no Pambi version of this game. I'm gonna go all
Yeah,
hardcore.
Stu's a real man.
Fucking hardcore, baby.
Yeah.
And yeah, it does a good job. You get very few matches, so that you've got to light up areas as you go through. Like you start off in a load of caves, so you have to make your way through all this cave section. And as you're going through the caves, you've got to kind of keep lighting candles and stuff. But like you'll find 2 matches or 3 matches. So it makes
So it
really
sounds like the
fast.
key from your game and my game. The key to make a scary game is don't give your player very much of anything.
Exactly. Yeah, this game, no matches. You get like an oil lamp and you fill it
Well,
right
you don't even
up.
have a gun in this game, I assume.
No, there's no guns.
At least I had an AR-15.
Yeah, you don't get a gun. And it's more psychological like stuff like it did in Amnesia. So when you are in the caves, when you get stuck in the dark, you do start to hear weird noises and stuff, and you're wondering, yeah, exactly. Is someone gonna kill me? Is he not gonna kill me? I'm gonna die in the next 3 seconds. I haven't died yet. I think it's fairly generous. I think it wants to build tension more than, because once you die, I always feel like in horror games, once you've died, you're not that bothered anymore.
You're not that bothered.
Yeah.
You're not that bothered because you think, oh,
Well,
I'll just die.
you're scared to die, and then once you do, you realize it's not that big a deal.
Exactly. So I think what this game does really well is doesn't let you die. It just tries to ratchet up the tension more rather than let you die. So
well, it plays with that fear that's there.
So there's
Isn't
some weird
that the
shit
biggest
going-
fear? Just not dying at all.
Not dying at all. That's the biggest
Ooh,
fear.
Yeah.
See?
If you read Interview with a Vampire, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so you crash, your plane crashes. You wake up. You're this woman character. I don't even know what her name is actually. I'm sure it'll have said it.
I've
at
just
some
woke
point.
up from a
Susan,
plane crash.
Josie.
Susan. Well, Susan's fine.
Becky.
We'll go with Susan. So Susan.
Karen. I want to see the
Susan-
manager of this haunted cave.
Susan wakes up.
You can't make me wear a mask.
Wow. Susan wakes up in the plane, and her boyfriend, stroke fiance, stroke husband, not sure what, is missing, along with the whole
Classic
rest of
Susan.
the
That is
rest of the
classic
crew of the plane. So everybody's
hoot.
gone,
She's a
and
hoot.
you're the only one there. And the basic first part of the game is you trying to track down what happened to your husband, and you get notes, and he leaves you little messages and stuff and says like, if you find this is where I'm going.
Leave me
So you
alone,
can-
you bad bastard.
Leave me alone. So you can track him. But I do feel like something weird's going on.
Really? In a horror game, you think?
Yeah, there's some weird shit going on. There's some stuff that just doesn't make sense because I'm assuming there's some weird shit going on.
Mhm.
So you go through all these caves and then you end up at this like a military fort, really, in the middle of the desert. And that's where I am at the moment. I've not been scared. I must admit, I haven't found it that scary so far. But I am intrigued by the story because there's some definite weird shit going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Yes, I would recommend to play it though. It is kind of cool. I mean, I bought this ages
We're
ago in
talking
an
about
Epic
Amnesia Rebirth, ladies and gentlemen.
Amnesia Rebirth. I bought this ages ago in a Epic Game Store sale. And I was like, oh yeah, this got really good reviews and I love Soma, so I'm going to love this. And then just never played it.
Strange.
Up
Until today.
now. Until this week.
Until
But
this
it's
week.
beautiful. Looks great. Plays well. Controls
Looks all right.
fine.
Looks kind of
It's
like Dune.
It's a lovely game.
Watch out for the worms.
I know it's a big worms game. Big ass worms. That's nice.
Spoilers.
So there's this radio operator, and I'm trying to figure out what he's trying to tell me at the moment. He's in this room, not the just the radio with his voice on. But of course, you can see it when you first enter the building, but you've got to go through a whole maze of other shit, corridors and rooms before you can get to the actual room with a radio that you could see straight away from walking in the door.
Oh man, it's like that chandelier in Metro.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. So anyway, I make my way through there, and there's some weird creature noises and stuff. So I'm guessing I'm going to get attacked at some point. But yes, good. Amnesia Rebirth. Give it a go. It would
give it a go, people. Play
probably
it.
really cheap now. So
yeah, why not?
Give it a go. If you like, you want to be scared. It's Halloween. Have a scary game. So, Chinny, what games have you played that aren't scary then? Seeing you didn't play any scary games.
I played more Far Cry 6.
Yeah.
Which is a game that is new. So
I would like to play
it. Is.
Shut your bloody mouth.
Yeah. Now who's not playing games?
Yeah.
At least not playing old games like Amnesia.
It's not that old. It don't came out probably.
You said you bought it on sale a long time ago.
When did it come out?
I have no idea. It's probably 2 years old now.
Wow, that's so old. I only play new games.
Let me have a look. I'm having a look now. Amnesia.
2020 came out last year.
Oh, it's last year.
October 20th, almost exactly a year old.
Well, as they say,
almost exactly.
Only a year.
That game was so last year.
Oh, last year.
I'm playing Far Cry 6. Far Cry 6 is the 6th in the series. And then there's other ones where you like fight dinosaurs, but no one cares about those.
No one cares.
For people that don't know, Far Cry is a game where you go in, you blow shit up. That's what you do.
Yeah.
It's a game where you blow shit up. There's always a bad guy in the game. That's kind of the best part of the game. They killed him early in Far Cry 3, and then everybody liked him and thought, well, we should have made more of that. And then in 4, they made a good one. 4 was the time when the series peaked. 5, they just made
I think I agree with
Jared Leto, and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
And now 6, they've got the bad
I mean, it was
guy.
fun. 5 was fun. Don't get me wrong.
They've got the bad
The stories
guy from...
in Far Cry have never been very good.
No, they've got the bad guy from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Giancarlo Esposito.
Who always plays a Latino, who I don't think is Latino.
That's not true. In Do the Right Thing, he plays a black dude.
I don't think
he's
Latino.
Afro-Latino. Where is he from?
But anyway, he's in the game and he's doing all that stuff. You know, like puta, you fucking mother, you know, all that sort of stuff.
He was born in Copenhagen.
There you go.
Huh, who knew?
The son of an Italian stagehand and an African-American opera and nightclub singer from Alabama.
There you go.
So there you go. He's this old and new world, black and white. He's bringing everybody
There's a
together.
bit of everything.
Everybody loves Giancarlo Esposito.
The world is a mixing pot. So
I like him, but he just plays the same character
the same
in
bloke.
everything.
But he doesn't. No, watch Bob Roberts.
Yeah,
he plays a
he
different
does.
character.
No one's
Watch
ever
Do
watched
the Right
Bob
Thing, and today he plays the same character over and over again because he's so good at it. But that's not his. He's got range. Oh, Fresh. You got to see Fresh. He's so good in Fresh.
So
he was a cop in Usual Suspects. I won't have you talking shit about Giancarlo
Was he in
Esposito.
The Usual
Yeah,
Suspects?
he's a dude.
Good God.
He's a dude sucking on that tiny little cigar the whole time.
So are we done with that?
He's not a political radical and Do the Right Thing. Come on.
Do the right thing.
Go ahead. Yes, I'm done.
So I got to the
As long as y'all are done talking shit about Giancarlo Esposito.
I got to the
I
part.
wasn't talking shit. I just said he
You were
plays the
talking
same
shit.
character.
Which is talking shit because it's not true. Go ahead, Jenny.
Yeah, Ginny, go ahead.
Just Cause 6. Go ahead.
Just cause 6.
Do you know, it could be a Just Cause
Just
game.
Cause 6.
Yeah.
So Breaking Bad 6 is a game.
Just Cry 6.
Yeah. I've got to the bit where you can play co-op now.
Oh,
Yeah,
finally.
That's, what
How
you
long
were,
did that
that's the whole
take?
reason you were playing it.
So you start off on a little island, and they go, the fucking Yankee bastard bitches. I don't know what. I don't know. You just stuff goes up. The red.
He's a guy from New York talking about Yankees.
How you doing? The red people are the bad people. We learnt this from World War II.
Yes.
All right. The blue people are the good people. We learnt this from World War II. And
Right. And Halo.
So pretty much, the red people have got hold of all this island and this other fuck off island, and then you get off the little island. That's basically the tutorial island. I am now on the big island, and when you go on the big island, it has 3 sections to it, and then the cutscene basically goes, this section has a bad person. To get to that bad person, meet this good person.
Yeah, you go through the little bad people to get to the big bad people.
Great. So that's what you have to do. So now I'm in the first sort of section of the game. It's exactly like every other Far Cry game I've ever played.
Yep.
But
I'm so over these games. I tell you, I'm watching it now and think I have no inkling to play this at all.
The thing is, it's fun.
I get you, but I just look at it and just think, ugh.
It's more fun.
It just makes me want to cry, man, because I look at this and just think it's just so generic and boring looking.
It's more fun.
It looks
than
awesome to me.
Like other games that, it's more fun.
It's like every game, like every open world game.
You don't get that many of them anymore.
You're joking. You still get loads. Ubisoft chuck one out every 10 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know. Everything's a fucking MMO these days. So
well, there's that as well.
A fun co-op game that I can just blow stuff up is what I'm looking at here.
I guess.
And you get a crossbow. It goes through people and it's fun. You blow things up. It's a flamethrower. You grapple up stuff. You got a wingsuit, parachute. What's not to love? It's just a game where you blow stuff up. So it's exactly like every other Far Cry game.
Is this? Can I just ask? Is this an example of the tower? Is it where you unlock a bit more?
No. This is the last mission of that sort of little island. So no, you don't go to a tower and press Y or anything like that. You have to. Usually, the best thing to do in these games is to go high, get your phone out, and then look at tag people, and then swoop in, and then you know where everything is. That's pretty much the sort of rinse and repeat. And in every Far Cry game, there's always an animal in a cage, and if you let that animal out the cage, it will kill everybody in the base or something, or have a good go. There's always an alarm that you can shoot. There's a camera that you can shoot. But the big difference with this Far Cry game...
Come on, what's the big difference?
There is something that you have that you don't have in any other Far Cry game I've ever played, which is basically... Now, bear with me. It's going to sound a little bit funny.
Okay, I'm ready.
Sound like I'm joking, but I'm not.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Basically, looks like a proton pack from Ghostbusters.
What?
Nice.
Right. So you have this backpack on you, all right, and I think it's called the Supremo. I think that's the name of it. And you can the first one that you buy is basically a massive rocket launcher, like a big missile launcher.
Okay.
So you press LB and RB, and it puts a barrage of missiles in front of you. Now you can't aim with this thing. I think it auto aims or something. But in this mission that you're looking at now, where you're taking over 2 boats, eventually when it all kicks off, a helicopter comes or 2 helicopters come and try and take you out. And I pressed this barrage thing, and it took them both out, which was pretty good. And then you can buy different Supremos, so you can buy ones that have EMP. So I've upgraded to an EMP one. So if everything kicks off in a base and we've compromised the base, I push that. It disables all the vehicles, so no one can get in a tank or a car, and no one can set the alarm off because I've disabled everything. So that worked out pretty well. And there's other ones where it's like a ring of fire, like Johnny Cash. And so there's good stuff to be done. That's the only big difference, really. They try and do things where, you know, when you're looking at enemies, that you can shoot them with different types of bullets, like armor-piercing bullets and soft target bullets. There's a bit of that going on, but I don't think it really... I don't pay much attention to it. So, but the Supremo, the backpack thing, that gives you just an extra sort of thing to upgrade and use in battle when shit hits the fan. So that's exciting. That's the only big difference. But apart from that, it's everything you know about Far Cry. Same thing.
Yeah, I get it. I do. And I mean, I know we've spoken about this before, of the franchise and get one out every year and make some cash. And that's basically what these games are for.
Even though it was 2 years before. Since the last
I
one.
know, but I think it's because they released so many bloody games in between. Because we have all the sports games, don't we? And the winter sports and fucking snowboarding, skateboarding, and God knows whatever the hell that game were called that they released recently.
For the sake of argument, Stu, couldn't you say that the Amnesia games are kind of samey?
Amnesia's released 3 games in like 2 decades.
I'm saying
2
though,
decades.
but I mean, if your complaint is
Well, no, that's
these
the whole
games are all
point. That's the whole point. This newest one, you said you wouldn't have even known it was an Amnesia game.
well, no, I mean, yeah, okay, so it's a little different in terms of like where it takes place, but once you get down into the caves and the catacombs, like I'm not actually look. All I'm saying is I personally don't mind that the games are samey because, you know, they're fun as hell. I really like the
I
Far Cry
guess.
games.
I mean, look, I don't.
And if they're not your cup of tea, that's fine. But
I'm
I mean,
all about story. I'm all about story.
Yeah,
Mechanics
well,
are
then these games
secondary
aren't for
me.
you. Yeah, no doubt.
These are definitely not for me.
Right, and that's fine.
I
Different
get it.
People
you
want
know,
different things
look,
out of their
I
video
get
games.
people, different folks for different strokes.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
and some
I
people like
guess.
VR, and some people are cool. Unlike
Wow.
Mark Zuckerberg, you must be excited about Meta.
Oh, totally. Okay, I cannot wait. Cannot wait. I'll be in the metaverse. I'm going for that shit.
So let's go find out.
I'm gonna live there. I'm gonna live in the metaverse.
Well, this game is going to be really exciting. Did you play Beat Saber, Mark? Oh, I love Beat Saber. It's great.
I'm
well,
proud to
you're going to
announce-
really like the new stuff we have for Beat Saber.
I'm proud to announce me, Mark Zuckerberg, definitely a human, GTA San Andreas for the meta.
I know, yeah. GTA San Andreas.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah. They've
Oh,
announced it, yeah.
Oh,
So we'll play the old GTA.
anyway, anything else about Far Cry 6 here, Chinny?
Would it be funny if you asked Mark one of those questions in Portal 2, like this statement is a lie, like a paradox?
Yeah, right.
And he's like,
Yeah, exactly.
the statement is, I'm human. I'm. No, nothing else on Far Cry 6. It's fucking massive, is what I'll say. The horses are garbage. The game's a little bit glitchy here and there because enemies keep disappearing and reappearing. But I don't know. You shoot stuff, you blow things up. It's
And you can do it with a friend.
and you can do it with a buddy. So
You do it
me
with
and
a
Marsha,
buddy.
me and Marsha are enjoying it. We just like we always do the same thing. Like we try and approach every base with quiet and peace, and then I will inevitably do something that ends that.
Stupid.
Or
On
sometimes
purpose.
I'll it's like the running joke that you have with Millie, Stu,
Yeah.
where I do this all the time, where I say to Marsh, okay, Marsh, I think we should just go in nice and steady as I'm wingsuiting in with a bazooka or something like that. And it's like he knows what I'm gonna
Perfect,
do, right?
perfect.
Now he knows, like,
Yeah.
I think
I got that unspoken bond.
I'm sure I
Yeah,
went
but
to
I bet
say
he
it-
plays a lot. I bet he plays along though, doesn't he?
I'm sure I went to say it once where I was like, okay, Marsh, I think what we should do, and he says, before you run in, let me just do so he knows, I think, what
He's
I do.
ready for
But
you
it's
now.
just,
He's
you know,
ready.
it's just the way we like to do these things. But we were, just as we sort of coming off it though, we were getting into the rhythm of the game. You know, that like when a game sort of, when you start a game, it's a tutorial and da-da-da-da. And then I like it when you get to the meat of the game, when you get to the game loop of what a game actually is going to be. And it kind of leaves you alone. And you start to just wander off and do your own thing. And it was difficult for us to come off a little bit. So that's a good sign.
Ooh, you were getting into it.
Because you're like, oh, one more base. Let's take this checkpoint. Let's take this.
Yeah,
AA
taking the
gun.
checkpoints, man.
So,
that's the addictive.
so it was getting to a point where we were like, oh yeah, this is fun. You know, we're getting into it now. So there was this one tank attacking us, And this guy who was driving this tank was so fucking stupid. I mean, the AI is stupid anyway, but we were just hiding and running from this tank. And then I realised that I've got like an EMP grenade and blasted it, and then hijacked the tank. And you know, it was fun. That's fun. That's a fun process to hijack a tank and fight a tank. That's cool.
Yeah, hijacking a tank. You know, I was just about to think, like, I was just thinking, oh, the Steam Halloween sale is on. I wonder if it's on sale. No, it's not on Steam. Ah.
No.
So there is
Ubisoft.
In Far Cry 4, do you remember that there was a secret ending, Duke?
I remember there were 2 things you could get to the ending, but I don't remember a secret ending.
Well, you probably know what I mean. So in Far Cry 4, your mission in the game is to spread your mother's ashes.
Yeah. Right.
And the bad guy in the game says, "Well, if you wait 15 minutes, I'll take you to where you got to go."
Yeah.
And then the game.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah.
And
did
then
you do that here?
you sneak off, but if you actually wait 15 minutes, he does come back, and that ends the game.
Yeah, right.
So in Far Cry 6, this is the mission where you're coming off the island, right?
Yeah.
And they drive you to another thing, and this is the first time you get access to like a boat, and if you
go right back,
if you get in the boat and drive off the map, or ride the boat out the map on water, right? So if you just try and get out the map on the boat, a cutscene will appear, and you will be on the beach, and all your friends and everybody is dead, all the gorillas dead, but you're on a beach in Miami because your only real drive to leave where you are is because you want to go to America and go to Miami. And then eventually they turn you around and say, oh, you know, once a gorilla, always a gorilla. But you can actually just do another secret ending. So there's another one.
Oh, interesting. I don't know if there was one in 5, but
I don't think there was actually in 5. No, I don't think there was one, but there was in 4, which was quite funny. But yeah, you can have a secret ending in this.
There you go.
Derek Sines says top 3 Spike Lee movies. She's got to have it. Do the Right Thing and Malcolm X. Yeah, I'd actually probably put Bamboozled in my top 3 instead of She's Got to Have It. Although She's Got to Have It, it's good. Yeah. Anyway.
I don't think I've seen a Spike Lee movie.
You've never seen Do the Right Thing? Holy crap, that's a great movie. And Malcolm X is like an epic.
I don't think I've seen any Spike Lee movies.
Seen Malcolm X.
Apologies, by the way, if you can hear the rain. It's just decided to absolutely piss it down. Oh, that's good.
Can't hear nothing.
Good. Yeah. That's really good.
The Black Talisman, I've not watched that. The Five Bloods, not watched that. 25th Hour now.
Five Bloods is good. It's messy. It's a jumbled piece of work. But
no, I haven't watched any Spike Lee movies.
You've never seen a Spike Lee movie?
No, have you?
Yeah.
Which one?
I've seen Do the Right Thing, which Kay thought was boring.
What? Oh my god!
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you what she said.
When did you watch it? Did you watch it? I mean, because it's I know that I saw it when it first came out, and I was blown away by it. I don't know if it would have the same. I don't know if it would have the same impact today.
Just let me check. That is the one where it's like a really hot day and everybody's in like, yeah. She was just like, this is boring. I'm bored.
Wow. I mean, to be fair, there's not a lot of like fighting or anything, but there's a lot of things going on. I think she's racist.
No, I don't think she's racist. You just found it boring. What? You're not allowed to find a film boring?
No, not black film. Not black films. No.
All right, okay. Summer of Sam, I've seen as well. I've seen.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I'm looking.
That's also good. That actually might be top 3. I think that might be a better movie than Bamboozled. I love Bamboozled, but I recognize that it's not the most cinematically masterpiece film.
I can't believe he did a remake of Old Boy.
Yeah, I didn't go near that. I just remember hearing. I remember reading on Reddit that he basically stole somebody's art for the poster or something. There's this whole thing on Reddit about Spike Lee. Probably not him, but somebody in his company, maybe.
Do you know he directed the story in an NBA story mode, Spike Lee?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
And it was not bad, I heard. Yeah. It was like all right.
It was not bad.
Like, for
Black
one of those.
Klansman was good, but it's fictional. Like, it's not. There's a lot of stuff in that movie that they changed from the real things that happened. So, thanks a lot, Derek Sines. Getting us off track. I know we started it, but still.
That's Far Cry 6. So I think
that's Far Cry 6. Is my turn?
Sure.
Is it not me or is it Duke? I don't know. I think it's me.
You talked about. Okay, go ahead.
I think it
Wait
is.
A minute, what did you? Yeah, I think it's me. Or is it? No, it might be Duke. I don't know.
It's me.
I'm just
I don't care.
Anyway.
Go. Just go. Go.
I'm going to talk about the other horror game I played this week, which I've got to say has blown me away, man.
You're right, Duke.
I'm all right. I just wanted to not hurt people's ears, but still yell.
Which is Resident Evil 4 in VR.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, VR 4.
Holy crap, man.
I pooped my pants.
This is one of the best ports into VR that I've ever seen.
Can we get that as a same?
You ain't going to get this on Meta.
I feel like he says that every week.
No, seriously, it's a port, isn't it? At the end of the day, let's be honest now. Resident Evil 4 has fucking come out on every single console that's ever existed up to this point. You know, it's been.
I've heard this is very good.
Editions, but fuck me, when you're walking around the village, you know, at the beginning of the game, it's just incredible. It's like because you've seen it flat, and then you're suddenly in it, and graphically it looks amazing.
Do you know, I've never really played Resident Evil 4. Do you know that?
I played a bit of it. I bought it for the.
I played the start.
I think it might have been Nintendo Wii or Wii U.
Yeah, I had it. I've got it on the Switch, and Keisha wanted to play something scary, and I was like, Resident Evil 4 is apparently scary. So that was like two years ago or so, but I never really played it. I know it's held in high regard.
High regard. A lot of people think this is the best Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
You see, I never think to shoot him in the legs. I should do that more often. Yeah, I just shoot him in the head.
But I've heard this is very good, Stu. This is piqued my
honestly, interest. The physics are just flipping phenomenal. Like the gun, you can juggle toss it up and catch it with your arm. The physics are brilliant.
So the thing is with Resident Evil 4, the original one, is that the controls are so bad.
Yeah, but this isn't because
I know.
So like, maybe the bar is low on this because everyone, all like you have for comparison is the original.
The original was the original stop shoot mechanics. You know, you could stand, you had to stand still to shoot.
But also, like to swap your weapons in the original was really difficult. Yeah. But you just grab them, don't you?
You just fucking pick it up, man. You just grab your gun, grab your knife. Your shotgun's on your shoulder and your health's on the other shoulder. Yeah. And it just it's very Half-Life Alyx-ish in the way it controls.
I've heard people say this is better than Half-Life Alyx.
Well, they've simplified it. So I feel like with Half-Life Alyx, it was very like you had to literally do everything.
Yeah.
Like if you were loading the shotgun, you had to load each round like each shotgun shell individually.
Yeah.
In this, you load one shotgun shell and your shotgun's fully reloaded and you're ready to go.
Yeah. They've made it fun, basically.
They've just made it a bit easier to do stuff.
Fun.
Yeah, funner. And it's,
would you say it's fun?
It's very fun. And it's so smooth. I mean, this thing plays... It's hard to believe that this game is running on effectively a mobile phone chip.
Well, it's not that hard to believe, is it?
It is.
It looks like shit.
No, well, it doesn't. Not when you're in it.
No, I'm just saying, but it looks like shit.
Yeah, but it's doing a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on with physics.
I can see the JPEGs on the floor. You know what I mean? Look, the JPEG of.
No, I know what you mean.
The JPEG files.
I know what you mean, but
the leaves look flat as fuck.
They do, but you know what? None of that stuff matters when you're in it.
I know it doesn't. I'm not saying it does.
I'm
really just saying. You're like, oh my god, how does this? Oh my goodness, how does this run? No,
but even Quest 2 is
amazing.
He's still sharp. You know what I mean? Everything looks good.
The thing is, I think
some of the character models are ropey as all hell.
Because you're in it and it's got depth and 3D.
Yeah.
The graphics being realistic or not don't matter too much. I mean,
it does not matter.
Look at all these games that we've played, like Beat Saber, and it's still cool to be in them, regardless of if they look real or not.
Yeah. I think what's cool about this is it's just cool to be in a whole big story-driven game because, like I say, I have played a little bit of it, but I'm way further in this game than I ever got.
Do you play this standing up or?
Yeah. You can play it sitting down if you want, but it just feels weird.
So you play this?
Yeah, so I just played it standing up in the living room. And it's just so good, man. The only thing I will say, and it's just a technical limitation, all the cutscenes are like in theater mode.
Right.
So it's like you're watching it on a big screen. And what's weird is you're still in character, so you still got all your guns and stuff.
Right.
it does go out of when you climb a ladder. It cuts to a third person.
I saw that when he
climbing
went
a
to
ladder.
like kick him.
Yeah,
kick the person,
yeah. So there's a little bit of that, and that's just obviously limitations with because he can't render those in 3D because they were never in that like in game to begin with.
It seems like an okay solution though. I mean, it doesn't
it
take out the game that much, does it? Surely.
No, it does a little bit, but it's not a big. It really isn't a big deal.
You know what, Stu?
Yes.
I just wanted people to think their podcast
Oh.
had stopped. Do you know what, Stu?
What?
You've convinced me.
I think you should buy it. I think everybody, if you've got a Quest 2...
That's it. He's promised to play it for next week.
Yeah, if you've got a
You heard
Quest
him.
2,
Whoa.
this is...
Did not say that.
Whoa.
I heard you say it. Stu, did you hear him promise?
I definitely heard him say it. This is what I'll say. I feel like, even like your grenades, by the way, they're just on the front of your flak jacket. The other thing that's better than Half-Life Alyx, and I'm going to say this right now,
Oh my God.
is perspective. Because what I've found in quite a lot of 3D games, when you've got stuff on your person that you can grab, you can't. You have to really look right down to see them, and it's not always that intuitive. But in this game, like you don't even have to look. You just reach down to pick up your handgun, and it's in your hand. You know what I mean? Everything just feels perfect. Yeah. Like it's exactly where you expect it to be. I just think it's a very close second to a Half-Life.
Oh, he's the chainsaw guy.
Oh, I know, fucking hell, it's horrible. Fucking chainsaw dudes are a fucking pain in the arse, I tell you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh dear.
Those guys are horrible.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, it's great. It's fucking honestly, this is for me the first full-on Quest 2 system seller.
Wow.
That's what I would say, because the fact that this even works this well is just ridiculous.
Again, game looks like shit, but yeah.
It does, but for me, it's good fun.
I think GTA San Andreas is going to be cool. I think that's going to be
I don't know.
so
I just think
cool.
that will be cool. But again, I think this is what they should do: is take what were slightly older games and then just fucking do
put
them in
them
VR.
on.
Yeah, job done.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck me, this is great.
Yeah, but I'm really interested in GTA San Andreas. I think that's going to be a very cool thing to.
Yeah, this is tense as fuck. By the way, there's that many enemies come at you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't play it like this. I mean, this dude's playing in normal movement. I'm like, fuck that, just fucking teleport away. It gives you that bit of breathing space.
Right. Okay. You play teleport mode, yeah. Okay.
I just use teleport because you can get away from there. It just gives you a chance to regroup.
Don't know what's Duke tapping away at?
I have no idea.
Sorry, I'm writing a response to someone's comment about Viktor Frankl's book, Man's Search for Meaning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as we do.
As you do. But yeah, it's $29.99,
Duke,
Shinny, so...
Duke, do you mean this book?
I'm trying to look at the Zoom. Hang on a second.
Oh my God, I can't believe how loud the rain is.
Wow, yes, that is the book. Holy crap. Why do you have that?
Should I read this?
Hell yeah, you should read it. It's a really good book.
All right.
Wow.
Dude lived through the Nazi death camps, and then he was like, life is worth living. And you're like, shit, I better read this book. It's really good.
That's mad that I bought this book.
I know, right?
Because there's this podcast I listen to. It's a very clever guy who talks about it, and he mentioned this book in passing. And I was like, I'm going to buy it.
Cool.
And then I
yeah,
never...
good for you.
obviously
Well,
never
I was doing a little preparation for a philosophy class, little mini course that I was teaching, and I saw that mentioned online somewhere, and I was like, ooh, I've heard about that a lot, but I've never read it. And then I ran to my school library because they had a copy there, and I'm like, gimme.
I thought that
And I've
would
been
impress
reading
you
it,
that I have that book. See, I told you.
It's very impressive.
I
That's right.
have the books.
Yeah,
I
sure.
just don't
You
have
just don't read them.
the desire to read the books.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, if I can help give you that desire, read it! I'll break your face.
Yeah, there you go.
Before we move on, Chinny, it is 29. It's
yeah,
29.
Resident Evil 4. Sorry, go ahead, Stu.
Yeah, it's
It's how much?
$29.99, so
Fuck.
it's not the cheapest.
I'll
And
pass. I'll pass
the
again.
final thing I'll say is the UI is superb. You have a watch on the inside of your wrist, and it even tells you normal time, so you know what the fuck the time is outside of VR, which every fucking VR game should have.
Yeah, I believe that should be a thing.
Every
Poker
game.
has it. Poker has it.
Every game should have real time, so you know what the time is.
I think I want there to be like a feature in all games where you can get your phone out in the game, but it's your actual phone with all your apps on it and
Yeah,
stuff.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So that would
Except linking that would be very dangerous because
yeah,
then
of
people
course.
could
Yeah,
hack
I
you.
know, get
your
it just should be
content.
something that should be doable.
They should have certain apps that you could access in the game.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Would be cool. But yeah, give it. Look, honestly, if you got a Quest 2, this
thing
is a
Stu,
must-buy game.
I have Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 7,
I know you
Resident Evil 8 in my
I know.
possession.
Yeah, I know you do.
So why?
But do you have Resident Evil 28/7?
Yeah. Have you got that one?
But she's got a new hat.
Do you know what was the weirdest thing, right? You know the attaché case where you stick everything, it's all in blocks.
Mhm.
Well, in the normal, like in a normal Resident Evil game, you just press a button to turn it sideways, you know, when you're rearranging everything.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, well, I thought, what's the button? I'm pressing all the
Turn
buttons
it
and not.
with your hand.
I just fucking turned it with my hand. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, fucking hell. You know, when you just don't think of the obvious thing you can do.
Yeah. It's too easy.
Yeah, because I just didn't even think, oh, well, I can just swivel my hand and do it. Oh, yeah, that's what you do to turn it sideways. But it is funny how that did never occurred to me for ages.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So honestly, mate, buy the game. It's fucking great.
Cool.
Worth every penny. But yeah, I'm going to play way more. I played about, and it tells you exactly how long you played on your watch as well, which is cool. So I'm about 4 hours in. About 4.5 hours into it. So yeah, I'm well in the game.
Are you going to finish it though?
Definitely, easily.
Wow.
I'm hopefully going to finish it this week.
Wow.
So I'm going to stick some serious time in. I'm off Tuesday and Wednesday.
I'm
so
doing my
gonna play
Owen
some-
Wilson impression. Wow.
Oh,
Wow. So yeah. So Chinny, fucking play the game.
Oh,
You're
I got
gonna
too
love
much.
it. Yeah, too much to play that you never play.
I know.
Right. Anyway, over to you, Duke.
Yeah, I've been mad for these muds this
I'm
week.
just gonna
Oh my
mute
goodness.
mute myself, by the way.
Oh,
'cause it's
honestly,
so
Stu,
loud
we
in
can't
here.
hear it.
Yeah, but I
What?
can hear it. Yeah,
Huh?
exactly.
I can't hear you over the rain.
So loud.
So for those who missed it last week, I've been getting into these muds, which are
Jesus
the
Christ.
OG MMOs. They're all text-based. There's no graphics. There's no sounds.
Kill me
But
now.
I've rigged up the client that I use so that you can get sound with them. Yeah, and so in IKEA, I joined this house called Virtuosi, and they've got these different paths for like sculpting and painting and whatever. And of course, I'm going for the one for writing because that's my jam, yo. But it's funny because they were taking me through the house, and at one point they were in the sculpture room, and they were like, "Would you like to sculpt something?" And you basically type in what happens when you sculpt. And so I was like, "Yeah, I'll give it a try." And like I wrote about this donkey that was like praying for death because his head was all misshapen and he was missing a leg and like just kill me. And the woman giving me the tour is very amused by that, so that was fun.
Hold on. The woman giving you the tour, is that a real person?
Well, I mean, it was a real person. It was probably a guy pretending to be a woman, but.
What's going on?
So there's this house called Virtuosi, and there's like on this game, seriously, there's like 500 people playing at any given point, maybe 200.
So is this like a
There's a
mud
bunch of people.
MMO?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. MUDs are MMOs, multi-user dimensions. That's what it means.
Oh. I thought you were just playing some RPG text-based lame
No,
thing.
no. All MUDs are MMOs.
No, it's like
This
other
isn't Zork.
people and stuff.
Yeah. There's lots, but I mean, not all MUDs have people playing them. A lot of MUDs are fucking empty. They're barren wastelands.
So what is going on?
So a lot of stuff is going on. Like cities are at war. There's people, a lot of it is just people doing what people do in most MMOs, which is like adventuring and, trying to solve quests and whatnot. So, you meet a kid who's crying in the village and you go, "Hey, what's wrong?" And he's like, "I lost my teddy bear." And then you have to wander around until
Is
it
that a real
says
person,
there's-
that kid?
No, it'll be,
No.
they're called denizens. So it's like NPCs basically. Yeah.
Right.
And, but you go wandering around, you see, it says at one point, it's like, there's a teddy bear in the dirt and you just pick it up and you bring it to him. He's like, "Yay, thank you." So, there's quests like that, but a lot of it is the actual interaction between people. So this house that I joined, it's full of actual people, not full, but there's a few actual people in the house. They come and they go.
Okay.
And they actually did like a Halloween performance, which was kind of cool. They did this
what?
thing where it was like, they took us to this there's this orchard outside the house that the clan is organized around, and this one lady was doing the tour, going from place to place, and like each of the performers had like a doll attached to them, so she'd pick up the doll and like shake it around, and then the person would fling themselves around. And I mean, it's all text based, so
There's
it's all.
no
You know,
I was gonna
visuals
say, how
going
are you
on.
seeing any of this?
well, you know, they describe it in words, so
This
it's reading.
is
It is
my
to
worst
the gaming
nightmare.
experience, right? It is your worst nightmare, but for those of us who like reading, it's actually kind of fun. So.
Wow.
Whatever. Anyway, the point is that I joined this house, and during the tour, at one point, there's this like, for the reading or the writing part of the house, there's this like device that'll give you ideas. So you like touch it, and it gives you like 3 things: spider, cauldron, worry. And so I was like, oh, okay. So I wrote 1 sentence of a story in the actual, like, I said it, my character said it, and then she's like, oh, you should write that story. I'd be interested to read it. So of course, you know, a day later, I actually wrote a story like that, and I passed it around. They were like, "This is really
just
good."
a minute,
I'm like, "That's
dude.
right,
Whoa.
it's really good."
Whoa.
What? Whoa.
Whoa, fucking stop
Whoa.
right there. Stop.
Yeah. What?
So someone told you to do something and you just went and did it.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That is
Why
not
are you
how
so
you operate, Duke. We know.
Well,
from
sometimes it is.
No, it isn't. You never operate that way. We asked you to do stuff and you're like, I'm not doing that.
What do you ask me to do?
Well, you just play a game in particular and you're like, I'm not doing that. You never do anything.
Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. But no, but hang on a second. No, that's not true. Because when you asked me to join this podcast, I did.
Well, yeah.
So
Well,
when
that's a
I
long
want to
time ago.
achieve a thing and your request coincides with my desire, I'll do it.
Yeah, I get
But
what
if it's
you're
just like,
saying here.
you know, if seriously though, if in the game they said like, you know, go deliver this stuff to that person, I'd be like, nah, I'm not doing that. But when they said write a story, I mean, look who they're asking. Of course I'm going to write a story. And then they were like, this is a good story. I was going to share my story about Zethic the Spider King, but since you're being a jackass, forget it. You don't get to read it. If anybody out there wants to hear it, though, holler at your boy. I'll hook you up with Zethic's Folly. It's a good story.
I'm gonna try out this new knowledge now, Duke. You ready?
Okay.
Yeah. For next week, Duke, I'd like you to play Rocket League.
Okay.
There you go. You see, it works.
Yeah,
What
if
about
you
Skyrim?
ask me to do something I'm planning to do anyway, yeah, of course it's gonna work.
What about Skyrim? Play some Skyrim.
Maybe. I'll tell you, man, I'm trying to play less Rocket League. That game gives me so much heartburn. It's not just the fact that I was Diamond 1 and now I'm like Platinum 2. It's that when I keep getting these if I could get Antonio come back, if I could get a teammate that like I knew would be there for me, I would be back to Diamond. But I keep getting these teammates. The more I get crappy teammates, the lower my rank goes, and the lower my rank goes, the crappier my teammates become.
Wingman any day.
There also ought to be crappy opponents, but then people keep smurfing. So I have a crappy opponent and a D3 opponent, a crappy teammate and a D3 opponent. Of course, I'm going to lose that game. And if you start going like, yeah, nice smurfing, then you go, no smurfing, you just suck. And everyone's so toxic. Like, my teammate will be like, shut the fuck up, they're not smurfs, you just suck. I'm like, me, what about you? So
Wow.
Rocket League is giving me a lot of harsh.
I can understand why you play this game so much. It sounds like so much fun.
I know, right? But that's the thing.
Wow.
When it's good, it's really good.
I can relate to that. I can
Yeah.
relate to that.
When I have when I play well and like I can let things go, it's great. And I have good teammates or, you know, happy opponents who are like, you know, oh, it was a good game. I like it when it's close, you know, like better luck next game or whatever.
Snooker's
That's
like
great.
torture when you can't play very well.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, how's it going, Ginny, by the way, with a snooker?
well, I had a cup game on Monday.
Yeah, how did that go?
Oh, that's right. You mentioned last week at the end of
And,
the show that you were
yeah,
having a
I
couple
played played a guy. Sorry, back on snooker. I played a guy who I practice with quite a lot, who is better than me, and he had to give me 7-star, which isn't a lot. And I beat him. I won 3-2.
Wow, well done.
But
Yay.
the problem, there's a bit of tension on the night. I could talk about this. He's never going to listen to this, is he? Right?
No,
Nah.
no.
Because I
Like
like the
he's
guy.
unless
you
I
pay
like the
us.
guy, right? I like the guy, but
Yeah.
he takes the game very, very seriously. I like the guy. And we started at 7:30, so we started early. We were supposed to start at 8. And it finished at 11 o'clock at night.
Blimey.
Wow,
So
that's
it's
intense.
3.5 hours.
Is that because he took a very long time between shots, or?
It's, well, apparently I did.
Oh,
So,
really?
so,
Oh, because he was complaining.
so at the end, I mean, he kept on saying, this is torture, this is torture. And his mate was there. And he says, this is difficult to watch, boys. But basically, I won the first one, he won the second one, so it was 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, and I almost won it 3-1, but I didn't. It was 2-2, and then I won the last one 3-2, and his mate was like, "This is difficult to watch. This is torture." Da, da, da. He was saying, "This is torture. Oh my god, 40 minutes, 50 minutes for a frame. This is ridiculous."
And is that because you were just playing loads of safety shots?
Well, I wasn't. Trust me, Stu. If I could knock in a 30-40 break and then get out, I would have done it. But I didn't have the chance to do it because it was just such a tight game, right? So it was 4 frames of just like the first frame. He knocked in a 27, right? No, he knocked in a 28. Then I knocked in a 27, like immediately afterwards. So, the first frame had a couple of breaks in, but the next 4 frames are all safety battles. They're all horrible frames of snooker, basically. And when his mate went out the room, this is where the tension was. He smacked his cue on the floor.
Get out of town!
So fucking hard, right? And then his mate came back, and I said nothing. But the thing is, Stu, when he smacked his cue on the floor, my thought was, don't.
As in like an overhead whack type smack.
No, as in like, the butt of the cue, he just like slammed it on the floor.
Yeah.
So it's a hard.
I thought you meant like slam the whole thing down.
No, but
yeah,
it's
like
hard,
a hammer type thing.
Yeah, but it's a hard floor, and to do that, and 2 weeks before that, by the way, 2 weeks ago, I did that to another player, and he smacked the cue. But anyway,
what are you doing to these other players?
I don't know. It's just a fucking game. Grow up. They're fucking grown ups,
Yeah,
right?
really.
Anyway,
that's crazy.
I remember seeing that, thinking, right, all I've got to do now is not lose my temper, right? Because I don't want to stoop to his level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And
I can't imagine you ever losing your temper.
Sometimes, look, I don't do it very often, but sometimes I'm like, fucking hell, I should have got that. I don't smack my cue or anything silly, but
see, because we don't ever see you in that context. You have to see people. If y'all saw me teaching, I'm a very different person when I teach than when I do this.
I'm competing, right? So I'm like,
yeah, right.
Yeah, you're in the game, man.
I'm
You're
in the
the
game.
mindset.
You want to win. It's not. If you don't want to win, then there's no point in
What's
competing.
the point in competing?
I missed a green, right, for the game, basically, Stu, right?
Oh.
And I was fuming, right? Internally, I was absolutely fuming.
Is this to win the 3-1? Was it?
To win like the 3-2, right? To
oh,
win
the 3-2. Okay.
So he smacked
this
his
is how
cue.
close it was.
10 minutes later, I remember thinking to myself, "Don't lose your temper." I missed a green that was pretty much a gimme, right? And I'm fuming.
Fuming.
And I'm just like, I didn't react. No, didn't lose my temper. Didn't do anything. Didn't say anything. Didn't do anything. I was just like, whatever. And I did it again. I missed an easy shot or something for the match, and I didn't react. And then what did I do? I went for what did I do? Yeah, I went for a pink. Oh, this was it. Right. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. So sorry, everybody. I went to cut a pink in the middle.
Yeah.
Let's just say it wasn't an easy shot, right? And then I went for it, missed it, and I left in the pink. Okay, and I don't know. He should pop this pink, basically, right? He should pop the pink. He misses the pink, rattles it, and leaves it over the bag. Now he doesn't leave it over the bag like it's a gimme. He leaves it over the bag. I could miss it, kind of thing.
Yeah. You
right?
got like a fine cut or something.
And he grabs the pink and he just smacks it in the pocket and shakes.
Get out of town.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we played for 3.5 hours.
And that's how we lost the game.
And he didn't even let me pop the winning ball. He was too stubborn to let me.
That is a sore loser. That is.
And
sour, angry children are all ages.
So I was like, you
not very sporting, is it?
I know. I said, you sure you want to end it like that, Steve? And he was like, no. And then right at the end, he says, I felt like I was going for stuff and you wasn't, but that snooker, well played. Shut my hand and fucked off. And like. So
you reckon you'll be practicing with him again? Then?
No, probably not. But I remember though, he accused me of not going for shots. Right? I got accused for not going for shots. First of all, this is snooker, so I don't have to go for every time.
Well, it's all tactical, isn't it? You do what you think's best for you in the game.
Second of all, I literally went for the pink and missed it and left it.
Yeah, you did.
Right?
Yeah, you did, and he missed it.
And he missed it. So
yeah,
but and he's made.
I mean, some of it is mind games as well, isn't it? Let's be honest.
So, but the thing, my next match. This is how ridiculous this is, right? So, my next match, right? I have a handicap of 35, so that means I get a 35 start if somebody has a 0 handicap, right? This guy is on -7.
Right.
So that means he's fucking good, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you go to the league, to the person who has the most wins at the top division, that's the guy I'm playing.
Wow.
But I've got a 42 start.
Which is a lot.
So statistically, if I just put the pink and the black to the cushion, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to win. Very difficult.
Yeah.
So that's. But again, Stu, I'll get accused of being a slow
So that's
player.
going to be your tactic, is it? Make it difficult for him to
Pretty much.
score.
Like just
I like it.
Well,
just
yeah.
knock it a 16.
Well, and
just
you're messing
tie
with
him
his
up.
sense of like, here's what's going on. Like, you don't know how to predict what I'm going to do. But
You see, that's good play for me though, because you're not doing what he's expecting.
yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, I mean, he'll know what I'm doing when I'm doing it. But the thing is, this guy is capable
So
of
he
knocking
thinks.
in like a 60, 70, 80 break.
Yeah,
like,
big
if I leave him in.
breaks.
So that's the problem. I mean,
Yeah, you got to go with the Tic Tacs, man.
I can knock in consistent 30s breaks. I knocked in a 40 last week, so I can do those. So I've got to knock in 130, and he's fucked basically.
Yeah.
But it's difficult. So there you go. There's my snooker chat anyway. But I won.
Snooker.
I won my cup game. I've got another cup game, not tomorrow, but next week. But that's a doubles one. So I've just entered everything. Lockdown has made me realise I just want to play, so I'm just going to play. So I'm just happy to
I
play.
think that's great. I
There you
do.
go.
Yeah, go get it.
Have you played any other video games this week though? Is a good question.
No, apart from Simpsons Tapped Out, which I played quite a lot of.
He was right. You have played it.
Yeah.
Sean is correct.
No, I don't. I'd see everybody. James Holden says, "Oh, it looks like Chinny models himself and Peter Ebdon. Peter Ebdon's a very notoriously boring player at snooker."
Yeah, he is.
And sometimes you want to be. Everybody wants to be Ronnie O'Sullivan, right? Everybody wants to be Ronnie, but sometimes you can't be Ronnie. Not even Ronnie can always be Ronnie. Sometimes you have to be.
I'm so sorry. I know you're saying you can't hear it, but I can barely hear you over the sound of the rain. It's just ridiculous, the rain.
What? I can't hear you over the rain.
Yeah, I'm not fucking
We can't hear the
surprised.
rain, Stu.
I know, it's unbelievable. If you were sat in here, I can barely hear you. It's that loud.
It's not a bad
thought
thing. I'm
it
just
stopped.
talking about snooker, so don't worry about it.
I know,
Anyway,
I don't
we'll
know,
move
I
on.
realise
No,
that.
I haven't played anything else. No, sorry.
Right, well, I will talk about... I did play Puzzle in Places again for a little bit, which is a 3D jigsaw game in VR.
Yeah.
And I've moved on to 50 pieces. I thought I'll try a 50 piecer.
Yeah.
And that was good. I love it. I played another room one within somewhere or wherever the hell it is, some place in Italy or somewhere.
This is the 3D puzzle game, isn't it? I remember.
Yeah, it's 3D jigsaws.
So imagine
basically.
for the audio listeners, imagine you're watching Google. You know when you turn Google Maps into satellite 3D view, but all the bits of it are just exploded, and you've got to put them all back together.
Yeah, you got to put them all back together. But some of them, some of them are rooms. So, but the level of detail is just ridiculous. So you can I did this quite big room, and then I could stick my head inside it, and you can look at stuff really close up. Like the paintings and the vases and candlesticks, and there's like a piano, bidets, chairs, sofas, whatever's in the room, tapestries. But the level of detail is just absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, the carpet pattern,
chairs,
dog shit stains on the carpet.
Dog shit. Well, if it was there, you'd see it.
Oh, yeah, you would.
Yeah, it was so seriously true. You would definitely see it. The only thing I think I'll have an issue with is you have to pull the pieces towards yourself to look at them closely.
Yeah.
And I think if I was doing one with because I think you can go up to 250 pieces is the maximum you can have these blasted into. I think the difficulty would be just making out the detail on the individual small pieces to put them together.
Well, sure.
Because it's bad enough with 50. Sometimes I had to really bring stuff towards, and then it gets a bit cluttered. I feel like the UI could be made better somehow. Like you could bring the piece towards you and then put it back where you got it from. Even now, you may be able to do that, and I just haven't figured out how to do it.
No.
But you can see this dude looking around these posters. It's just ridiculous, the level of detail in each of these little, whatever they are, dioramas. I don't even know what you call it. But it's very relaxing. Yeah, it's a puzzle. But what I love about it the most is just the ambient noise. Every time you put more pieces in, you get more background noise from whatever you're making. It's just very clever little game, and like I say, it's a tenner, so it's cheap as chips. There's 16 puzzles altogether, and obviously you can have those in any number of pieces that you want. But it's very satisfying when you get that last piece in, you know, when you stick it in and you're like, yes, I've finished the puzzle. But yeah, love the game. And then the only other thing I've played is more of the good life because I'm fucking determined to finish this game.
Oh God, you're masochist.
I am. I've played a lot of it actually. I played quite a bit this week.
Ugh.
I've solved some of the big stuff that's happening. Somebody's been murdered.
You don't have to hide around and be coy with the spoilers. No one's gonna play this turd of a game. Who was murdered?
One of the characters.
Oh, for God's sake!
Do you know what is
You
kind of?
numpty.
Do you know what was kind of interesting? Right, I got to a stage in the game, which isn't. It was. I'd say it's not that far. It's probably about 4, 5, maybe 6 hours into the game.
16.
Yeah.
And you do this area, and you get an achievement. But you
Right.
for just get into that bit of the game, you get an achievement. So you don't have to do anything in particular or special to get it. And he said, this is a very rare achievement. Only 1.47% of other players have got this achievement.
Correct.
And I'm like, wow, that just shows you how few people are playing this game. But, and I hate to say this, right? It's kind of growing on.
Ugh, you should hate to
know,
say that. You should be
I know,
embarrassed.
I know, but it is kind of growing on me. I do have some issues with the game though, because some of it's very grindy. Like for instance, I had
All of it, you mean?
No, not all of it. But
Yeah.
for one of the quests, I had to take a picture of this forest that looked like a giant coming out of the ground. So the trees were like the shape of a person or whatever, or
Okay.
this giant. So the guy who you with says, "Oh, I need you to take a picture of the giant or whatever." So I'm like, so I took loads of pictures and nothing were happening. So that's a bit weird. So a guy was up and tries to give him one of the pictures. He's like, "Oh, that's no good. You need a zoom lens." So I was like, "Fuck."
Okay.
So I had to run all the way back. And this was miles from the town, by the way. So I had to run all the way back to the town. And then I thought, oh, well, this will be cheap. I went into the photography because you got to go see the photography shop person and go, can I have another zoom lens? And it was well expensive. Like they had this like reconditioned crap one, and that's the only one I could get. And it was well expensive. I'm like, fucking hell, that's nearly all my cash. So yeah, it's a fucking expensive game, man. I mean, it was like £2,000 or something for a fucking shitty telephoto zoom lens. It's like, fuck me. So I'm gonna have to take way more pictures to get more cash, because otherwise I'm just I don't know, have no cash, man. Because like
grind,
this,
man.
It is a grind. It's like, oh, you need more cash. God, how cool is this person's house? Man, doesn't look like this. See, I knew that you could do stuff with your house. I didn't realize you could do this much stuff with your house.
See, you're not playing it right.
I know. I'm looking at it now, thinking I need a house like that. Why does my house look shit? This is like it's like fucking Animal Crossing, man. I haven't even got an upstairs. I've got literally 2 rooms in my. Well, you know, because you played the demo.
Yes, I do know. That's
know
why I
what
didn't
you
play
get?
more of the game.
You know what you got? Look at this. Got a fucking proper computer and everything.
See,
The hell's going on?
I bet this person's got the achievement.
Is this her house or is this someone else's house? I'm so confused.
Mm.
But yes, I am starting to like. I can do the dog thing, by the way. I'm a dog and a cat now, so I can sniff shit
Thank God
out.
you told me that news.
I know.
Tenterhooks.
I had a little bit of a frustrating quest. One of them was I had to stop this dude getting to this house that you see on screen now by putting 3 gnomes at the side of the road. Now, don't ask me why that stopped him going there. Apparently, his new story involved gnomes or some shit, and it would throw him off if there were 3 gnomes there because he'd be like, the story was right. I don't know, some fucking weird shit. And then I ran around the town, and it was a timed thing. So it took me 2 goes to figure out where all the gnomes were to put them there. So that was a bit frustrating. And then this dude's turned up like Sherlock Holmes, and he's called something weird like Nerlock Combs or something weird like that. Shit. So,
Okay.
and he's like this.
It's just a little
detective.
different. It's just a little
Yeah,
off.
exactly.
It's a little funny.
It's a little quirky. So yeah, you have to go and sort of help him work out who the killer is. You know, who's killed the person who gets killed.
Yes.
But it's quite, and then it's got some weird connection to the Knights of the Round Table and King Arthur.
We're Knights of the Round Table, we're faster than we're able.
Now there was a little bit. I'm gonna say, Duke. I know you're doing that, but there was a little bit of Monty Python about it.
Ah, it's funny. They made a reference to the most popular comedy movie of all time in this quirky little indie game. How about that?
Yeah, there was no reference to Monty Python at all. But when you get Excalibur, it talks to you in a northern accent and tells you to piss off and stuff, which I thought was kind of quirky. That Excalibur was a chatty Cathy, you know, and was insulting me all the time. It was kind of.
I'm glad you're having fun with it. I really am. I want you to enjoy the thing that you paid to make happen.
It is growing on me. It is growing on me. I don't feel like my investment
like a tumor
is quite as bad.
Well, you're wrong, but
as bad. Okay. It's kind of.
I feel like Stu's being tortured, and he's starting to enjoy. He's starting to like the people that are torturing him.
It's a bit like Stockholm syndrome.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's I guess so.
Yeah, I'm sort of enjoying being incarcerated by this game. But no, it's good. I like it. I was a bit of two minds last week, but it's definitely growing on me. It is growing on me. And that's it for me. Anything else from you, Duke?
Rocket League.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. You hate that game.
I don't think I have played anything else. I mean, let me just look at my Steam library because it's all Steam these. Oh, I've been playing Delete. That's the other thing I've been playing. Is I talked about this a long time ago. There's no need to pull up video, but it's Minecraft in 3D. It's really good, and it's a fun. You know, I like having one of those puzzle games going at all times where you can just do a level.
You said Minecraft in 3D. You just said.
Yes.
That's definitely what you just said.
Minecraft is in 3D.
No, sorry. Minesweeper.
Oh, okay. That's totally different than Minecraft.
Totally different game. Yeah. Imagine Minecraft, but in 3D. Wouldn't that be amazing?
I know. I did wonder for a second then. I was like...
No. Sorry. Minesweeper in 3D. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's not a game for everybody. It's nerdy, but it's fun because it's, you know, I can do a level and then, you know, move on. And if anybody has any recommendations for games like that, I always like to have one going on Steam. And I think obviously I'm going through the ones I've already done because I'm, you know, keen to have one going at all times. And I should do a search for puzzles on Steam because it's the Steam sale, the Halloween sale. If you're looking for cheap games, people, now's the time. Go to Steam. Go to your local Steam retailer and ask them, what games do you have for sale?
Yeah, what do you have at Steam?
Hello, welcome to the Steam shop.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, that's it.
I was going to read some news, but for some reason my Feedly's not working. It's going, fuck you, I ain't coming.
Well, I put a news story up on the thing, the show notes.
Did you? Go on, do it.
Yeah,
it. Go on, go for it, dude.
Okay. Here, wait. I got to play the news sound clip first, though.
Putting news first.
Oh, yeah. This is from TheVerge.com. The headline is, you can now play Steam. Speaking of Steam, it's like the Steam show. You can now play Steam PC games on an Xbox with NVIDIA's Geforce Now. NVIDIA is unlocking access to its Geforce Now streaming service on Microsoft Edge today, allowing Xbox owners to play Steam PC games on their consoles. So you have access to more than 1,000 PC games. So you could play, what's the game I was playing? Delete. And
you can play that on your Xbox.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive, that's already on Xbox. Dota 2, okay.
So
League of Legends.
You can play Steam on your Xbox. Is that what the gist?
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah, I guess it's like making a piece, giving you a browser through the Geforce Now. So, yeah. Microsoft's head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, has recently committed to bringing full PC games to the Xbox through the company's Xbox Cloud gaming service. We still don't know when those will eventually arrive, but GeForce Now in the browser is the best alternative until they do.
Yeah, so GeForce Now is basically like a virtual graphics card.
Yeah.
So that's basically what it does. So I was in the beta for this very early on when they first brought it out. And you basically just sort of, you install a little bit of the game and then the rest of it's running off a graphics card somewhere in the cloud. I don't know.
Right.
Apparently it works pretty well though. It works pretty well, and you have to pay so much a month to get access to it or whatever.
There's also a new game on Steam that I thought was pretty funny. It's called Crab Game, and it's like this is not connected to any South Korean TV show at all, but it's basically Squid Games, the game, and it's like obviously made by like one or two people, and it's just like really quickly put out there, and it's just like red light, green light, bridge game.
Yeah,
you know,
cash grab, man. Get a cash grab.
Well, no, but it's a free to play game, so there's just it's not even
Yeah.
cash grab. It's just name exposure grab, I guess, which is
funny.
interesting because that's what a lot of people do on like I mean the guy who did Deathly Stillness, like there are people now you can't even expect to get cash for a quick off project like that. You just have to hope your exposure pays off somehow, which is weird. Can you imagine if I just gave books away? Oh wait, I kind of did.
Right, well, we have got some speak pipes in that case. 2 from Jacinta, and then
Speak pipe! It's the way to leave a message for us.
And then we have, of course, Derek's special Halloween quiz.
I'm looking forward to this quiz.
Quiz,
I'm looking
baby,
forward to
quiz.
There is an email prior to that, so don't play them straight after Jacinta. I've got an email that goes with said quiz. So
right, sure.
Let's do Jacinta's emails first, so let's see what she's got to say.
Oh, yeah. All right, so here's the first one. This is from when? Recently, I guess. 12 hours ago. It's not that recent. I mean, it is very recent. I thought it'd be several days ago. Is that the first one? I'm trying to look to make sure I got the first one first.
I've sent
assuming
two,
you sent them in order.
2 to tonight. 2 to
Yeah.
tonight.
Right.
But they both came at the same time. One was from 10:05.
Okay, here's the first one. It's a minute 30.
So I have some things to say about Diablo 2.
Okay. I assume she's whispering because the baby's asleep.
I bought it. That's a thing. Even though I massively disagree with Blizzard and all of that.
Or maybe she's doing the ASMR version of the speak pipes. Like you get very close.
I know it is like that. It is like that.
Yeah.
It's good. Runs good. Graphics are good. I booted it up and I was like, oh hey, so how do I turn the old graphics on? And I was like, oh fuck, these are the new graphics. Wow. It does look good, but it looks exactly as you remember it.
Of course.
But
I don't know why she would expect anything else than that. Oh, well.
Yeah.
So that's good. Anyway, I really suck at this game.
Everybody does.
I was complaining to my colleague at work who also plays games about how the potions should not be keybinded to the D-pad because you can't use the left stick to run and then use your potions at the same time.
Yep.
And he was like, well, maybe you should just not get hit.
Oh, no, he
didn't.
didn't.
Use the potions. And I thought that was kind of a bit of a rude thing to say.
Horribly rude. Fuck that guy.
Terribly rude. Terribly
just
rude.
when I was getting my gaming mojo back and just playing for fun. So I've played for like 20 hours.
Oh, you know what you should have done? At that moment, you should have just smacked him in the face and been like, maybe you shouldn't get hit.
I think that would have worked. I like it.
Continuing with the speak pipe.
Trying to get a sorceress through Act 1 on normal. And I just freaking suck. It just drives me nuts. And then I like respec and re-roll and restart a character and try to like do it better, but it's just so painful. They haven't changed any of the core mechanics, which is great, but like then I remember why I didn't like this game in the first place. So I rolled a necromancer because apparently they're like GG.
Well, that's the end of that one.
Nope.
So
There's
here
more,
comes
there's more to come, more to come.
Yeah, here comes the next one. I'm also wondering if maybe this is a Blair Witch thing where she's just like, and then at the end it will be.
Yeah, maybe.
I got cut off. Yeah, they're GG easy mode, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to just get through like the game on normal.
Now she's very far away from her mic.
I know what's going on now.
Can like have done it because I love Diablo.
I don't know why I'm leaning towards my microphone to hear it better.
I don't either, especially while you're talking. It makes it even harder to hear.
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead, Jacinta.
Diablo 3 so much. Like, so, I've poured so many hours into that game. Oh, the other thing my work colleague said was, he's like, no offense, but like you're used to Diablo 3, which is like easy. So it's like outburn. Anyway, I'm totally not butthurt at all. Also, I'm whispering because my baby's asleep.
Oh, I totally called it. I get the extra credit points for the quiz.
So
You do?
I'm playing a necro because GG easy mode, and he's a dude, and I wanted to play as one of the hot chicks, but whatever. I'm just like sort of mind cannoning that he's Geralt.
Okay.
Geralt is cool.
Yeah, he is.
Anyway, I bought Diablo. I've played a lot of it. I suck. But it is a good game somehow. Even though it's sort of shit. So anyway, that's my story. Bye.
Well, thank you for the message just sent. I'm sorry, it doesn't sound like you're having fun. That's the problem. Like, Diablo 2 was a very, very hard game. Did y'all ever play Diablo 2?
No, but I couldn't hear a word of the second part of the speak pipe, so I have no idea what you was
No,
saying.
I couldn't hear the second one at all.
All right.
No.
Well, maybe I'll put it in as audio. The thing is that Diablo 2 is a hard game. It was designed to be, Diablo 1 like broke the mold for isometric adventure games or action, I guess. And then Diablo 2 was like, let's do the same thing except much bigger and much harder. And I remember having a lot of trouble with it back in the day. And so the fact that it's hard, they didn't change the mechanics, I assume, for this one. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know if Diablo 3 is easy necessarily, so much as it is just built for a different time and a different audience. So your coworker's a shithead. Don't listen to them. And the game is hard. And I hope if you're having fun, that's fine. Have fun with it. Play it if it makes you happy. That's cool. Don't worry about it. You suck. It's too hard, whatever. Like, just, I don't know. I think if you like hard games, fine. But I tend to stay away from them because I know how frustrated I get with them.
Yeah, fair enough. So there you go, Jacinta. Hopefully, when he's been tied up, we'll be able to hear it louder, I guess.
Yeah.
My Duke's
All right,
gonna tie
is it time for the quiz?
I think it's time for the quiz. Are you ready for the email? Are you ready?
Yeah. Well, I guess I should play this.
You should.
Whoa, that ruled. We play the shitty sound clip when it's time for the quiz.
Okay, here we go. This is the email. It says, "Don't fear the quizzer."
I do
Don't fear the
quizzer.
If it's the 31st of October, Veteran Games, it must be time for the Halloween Spooktacular quiz.
Ooh, Spooktacular.
Here is the basic premise, which involves 2 speak pipes of quiztastic goodness.
Okay.
I will be sending 13 sound bites taken from horror-themed movies, TV programs, or video
I don't know a lot
games.
of horror stuff, but okay.
All you need to do, well, it's Halloween, dude. What are you expecting here?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, y'all are going to have to carry us this time.
Okay.
If you want to send something about 19th century French literature, I would carry y'all. But in this one, not so much.
All you need to do is get a point, is to name the movie, program, or game.
Okay.
I will make sure there are no recognizable music cues, as I know YouTube and Twitch still seem to be overzealous about any copyrighted music being streamed on the speak pipes. I will follow each clue with the answer, and I've come up with the following targets to aim for.
All right, we got it. Targets, hit me.
1 to 5 points, Cowardly Custards.
Yes.
6 to 8 points, Fearless Fellows.
6 to 8.
9 or 10 points, Paranormal Princes.
Yes.
And 11 to 13 points, Ghost Busting Gods.
Ghost busting gods. What's the 6 to 8?
Fearless Fellows.
Yeah, okay.
Time to say boo to a goose, Derek. Devil Saint Signs. Look at that. He put a little
now before we start,
little Halloweeny thing in there.
Before we start, I just want Derek to enjoy the moment before we begin this, because it's always the best part of any experience is the anticipation. So enjoy it, Derek. All right, let's do this. Quiz.
Here we go. Are you ready, Shinny?
Yeah, I'm ready. Ready.
Okay.
Okay. Am I playing it?
Play it. Part 1.
Here goes.
Okay, here's clue number 1.
I would like to see your face. There is no face of death.
That was.
Whoa.
Well, it's not. It sounds kind of like Hannibal
Old,
Lecter, but it's not.
Sounds old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
To me.
Probably Vincent Price.
I think that might be. I have no idea.
Let me play it again. Let me play it again. Let me play it again.
See it again. See it again.
I rewound it.
Death.
Ah, you stupid.
Okay, here's clue number 1.
I don't know why.
I would like to see your face. There is no face of death.
I have no idea.
I feel like the person saying that is familiar, but I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's Vincent Price.
Yeah, it sounds like a really old film, but I've no clue. I really
Yeah,
don't.
me neither.
No.
Nope.
We give up 0 for this one.
That was Mask of the Red Death.
I think that Vincent Price is in Mask of the Red Death.
Yeah, he is.
Let me look it up. Of the Red Death movie. Yeah, Vincent Price. Ooh, nailed it.
We should get a point just
you
for
should
knowing
get
the
like
actor.
half a point.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
half a point.
Derek,
for
tell
knowing
us in the
actor.
chat. Can we get a half point or a point for guessing the actor?
Yeah.
The most recognizable voice in film history.
Yeah,
All
totally.
right, here we go for number 2.
Clue
Okay.
number 2.
The neck's broken. The brain is useless.
Neck's broken, the brain is useless. Well, it's probably Frankenstein.
It sounds.
It's either Frankenstein or Bride of Frankenstein I'm going for. But I think...
I don't think that seems obscure to go with.
I'm going to go with Frankenstein.
Yeah, let's go Frankenstein.
All right, here we go. Let's see.
We must find another brain.
That was Frankenstein.
Yeah!
Hey.
Frankenstein!
Frankenstein.
Rolly, rolly, rolly,
Another
rolly.
very old film, by the way.
Yes, it is. That also sounded like Vincent Price, but I don't know if it is. Let's see.
No, it's Bela Lugosi, isn't it?
No, he played the monster.
Oh, he did. You're right. I don't know who played the scientist.
1931. Boris. No, Karloff played the monster.
Oh,
Colin Clive was the victor. Huh.
There you
Anyway.
go.
All right, moving on. Next one.
Clue number 3.
And not have quite as many mysterious deaths. Somebody else gonna roll.
That was.
What?
I think we need to hear that again because I couldn't make
Okay,
that out very well.
rewinding. Here we go.
Stein. Clue number 3.
And not have quite as many mysterious deaths. Somebody else gonna roll.
No idea. No.
I couldn't make it out to even know
Not a
what
smidge.
that was.
Not a smidge.
No.
I couldn't tell you. Dang it. These are hard.
That was Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
No.
See, I never watched Buffy.
No.
I
We
might
got
have got
maybe
it. if
one
I'd have been able
point.
to- If I'd ever heard
Oh no, we
it,
got
I might
one
have
and
got
maybe
it.
a half. Let's say 1.5.
I watched loads of Buffy, but I couldn't
Well,
make
then why
it
didn't you
out.
know that?
Because I
Instantly.
couldn't actually hear what it was.
I know. It's a very quiet thing.
Yeah.
All right, well, here we go. This one we're going to get. I can feel it. I'm feeling good about
Feel
this
it. Let's
next
do this. Do this.
Clue number 4.
You saved me.
Yeah.
That was close. Thanks, Barry.
one. That's isn't that Resident Evil 1? You are the master of
Oh
lock
yeah.
picking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That is.
Is
Yeah,
that
it
that's that game I'm thinking of, right?
Yeah,
Is that
there was a
Resident Evil 1?
Barry
Yeah.
in Resident Evil.
Yeah.
that's right.
And I'm pretty sure I've recognized that sound clip from
That's
that
right,
game.
yeah.
I never played
Yeah,
it, but
it is.
you know, internet like
Good
Was
spot.
Resident Evil.
Yeah. What?
Hey, well done.
2.5 points.
2.5
Doing it.
points. Woo.
Yeah, we're almost not cowardly.
No, keep going. Keep going.
5.
All right, here comes number 5.
When will you ever stop making that mistake? Mary's dead. You killed her.
That was.
It kind of
Mary's-
sounded like the same game.
Mary's
Obviously
dead
it's
and
not.
you kill her.
It sounds like a video game because I can't imagine a
Ah.
movie would have such bad dialogue.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of bad movies, obviously. But when we stop making that mistake, Mary's dead. You killed her. That's not Max Payne, is it?
No, because they're all horror, aren't they? So these are all
What
horror.
about like
things.
Max
night?
Payne's
What's
horrifying.
What's that game like Nightmare? But like the.
It's not. It wasn't Deadly Premonition, that is it?
No. What's that? What's that?
I never played that stupid game.
What's that game on the Mega CD where like the Nightmare?
Oh, Night Trap.
No, is it that?
Could be.
I
No, I don't
doubt it.
think so. because that was just like college.
There wasn't actual dialogue in that game, was there?
Yeah, there was a little bit.
Other
but it was
than,
terrible.
hey, the sleepover's about to start.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, I don't
never
think
played
it's
it. Antonio played it. You can tell us if it's Night Trap.
I don't think
Half
it's
a point
Night
for this as a prize. Yay. So we're at 2.5 points, but we have no idea what this is. I don't know. Say something.
No.
Somebody guess.
No idea.
Mary.
I'm trying to think. It was a game. With
Parasite Eve.
Twin Peaks.
Silent Hill 2.
Silent Hill 2. Okay. Mm.
Silent
Oh,
Hill.
we're not doing great,
Never,
but that's okay.
I've never
This
played
time,
that. I've never played it.
we got, what are there, 13 questions? So we still got some time.
Yeah, we've
All
got
right.
time. Got time.
Clue number 6.
What was in there?
My angel wings.
That was.
What's in there? My angel wings.
I think that might be. I think that might be Deadly Premonition.
Okay.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. But
Too well acted to be.
No, I don't think it did.
It
Well,
sounds
no,
like
it
Angel.
It wasn't
It
well
sounds like-
acted, but it
Wasn't there a Buffy spin-off called Angel?
There was, yeah.
Yeah, it's not that though.
All right.
It just
I don't have
sounded
any other
weird.
guesses.
Weird enough for me.
It was too acted. Like it wasn't very well acted, but it was still too good to be Deadly Premonition.
It's too good.
2. Clue number 6.
Oh,
What was in there?
My angel wings.
That sounds like Kim Cattrall, like Sex in the City or something. I don't know.
my angel.
My angel wings.
My angel.
Is there a movie where men play angels? Is there?
All I can think of is X-Men 3, where the dude,
It's definitely not that.
The wings.
It's
Yeah,
definitely isn't
definitely
that.
not.
I have no idea.
no
what,
idea.
I have no idea what that is.
Well, let's say the TV show Angel.
It's definitely
That
not
was Lucifer.
Oh,
Lucifer.
yeah, I've never
Again,
seen it. I have
never
a
watched
teacher
it.
I work with who's nuts about that show. You gotta watch it, it's so good. No, I don't.
Never watched it.
All right, here comes the next one.
Clue number 7.
We have such sights to show you.
Hellraiser, that was.
Is it?
Oh, there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. He's very confident. Let's see.
That was Hellraiser.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh,
3.5 points. Sweet.
Classic.
We're still
film.
cowardly custards, though. This is not
Oh
great.
no. Oh
We
no.
gotta get it going on here.
Okay.
All right. I think that's the end of this speak pipe, so I gotta open the next one.
Part 2 of the quiz coming up.
All right. Derek Sainz could do a good Vincent Price.
Okay.
Oh wait, whoops. Oh wow, I could just play it that way instead of opening up things and opening up things. All right, here we go.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, we're gonna ace these. This is the second half. We're in the home stretch now. We're ready.
Okay, clue number 8.
I kick ass for the Lord.
What?
Were there words in there?
No, I did.
Let's try hearing that again now that we
Let's
sort of
try-
know what we're expecting.
Let's try again.
Okay, clue number 8.
I kick ass for the Lord.
All right.
Is that the leprechaun?
I think that might be Evil Dead 2 or one of the
No,
Evil
it's not.
Dead
I don't think
films.
it's Evil Dead 2. I've seen Evil Dead 2 quite a few times.
Isn't there a movie
I
called The
mean,
Leprechaun?
There is a bunch of movies
There
called
is.
It sounded
Leprechaun.
like an Irish fella.
Just let's hear
One
it
more
again.
time.
Let's hear it again.
Okay,
Right.
clue number 8.
I kick ass for the Lord.
I kick ass for the Lord. I don't think Leprechaun says that.
No.
But who does?
Shit, that's not that thing with Nicolas Cage in, is it?
What are you talking about?
Nicolas Cage did some film, didn't he, where he was I don't know, like some sort of vampire slayer or something.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know. He's done a lot of movies that I've never heard of. So
Yeah, he might have done. I don't know.
I mean, Leprechaun's as good a guess as any. I think.
So
Let's do it.
It's good, but it's not right.
That was Brain Dead, or you could have had Dead Alive.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
wow.
Brain Dead. That is
Okay.
such an old film.
Huh? I've seen it, but I don't
Wowzers.
remember that particular
I've seen
line, I
it
guess.
twice, but flipping
Yeah.
hell, that's an old film.
I've never even
Yeah, it
heard
is.
of it.
It's
Ooh, it's
by
a very
Fingy.
gross movie. Peter
It's by
Jackson.
Fingy, Peter Jackson's first movie.
Yeah.
He made it with his college mates.
It's disgusting as hell. Somebody eats their own ear.
Yeah.
All right, here comes the next one. We're gonna get this. I can feel it.
Clue number 9.
Right now, we're about to be trapped in here with one of those things. What the hell are you talking about?
a turd.
Night of the Living Dead, you'll find that film is.
Yeah, I think you could be right.
Yeah, it is.
He sounds confident.
Okay, let's try it.
That was Telltale's The Walking Dead.
Ah, I was thinking that, and then Stu comes in with, I know what it is.
It did
Who's
sound like
that
Night of
saying
the
it,
Living
though?
Dead, though. It did
But
sound
who's
like
saying that?
I have no idea.
I don't remember that.
That just sounded like straight out of Night of the Living Dead, you know. Where
See, Night of the Living Dead was in the early 60s. That's not... You and your answers...
I was
well,
close.
At least you had an answer.
Yeah, at least you had
guess.
some.
I mean, that's what Walking Dead basically is. Same thing. But all right, next one. We're going to get this. I can feel it.
Clue number 10.
I should stop saying that. I'm just jinxing
Oh,
it.
yeah, I'm terrible at this.
Welcome. I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I'm the head of this facility.
That was...
Well, it's not Silence of the Lambs. I'm waiting for something from Silence of the Lambs, but it's not it. Because facility. What facility?
Well, that sounded like some sort of AI thing going on, didn't it?
Or it could have been the Human Centipede.
I think that's a game. I think that's a video
Saw?
game.
Was it Saw, maybe?
No, it didn't sound like Saw.
Because that's Jigsaw is Saw.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't know. What did you say, Stu? What did you guess?
I think it's some sort of video game, not.
Oh, you think it's a video game?
But I don't know which one.
Could be SPC.
I don't know.
No idea.
I don't know.
I might know.
Half-Life?
I feel like I'm gonna know this when I hear it.
Well,
no, it's
let's
not
find
Half-Life.
out right now.
Doom, or you could have had Doom 2016.
Okay.
I knew it was a video.
Well, you got it right for the genre.
Yeah.
Derek, you are stumping us, man.
Yeah,
all right,
it's
next
tough,
one.
Tough.
Oh yeah.
Did they throw it? Oh yeah, that's what I heard. Let's try hearing it
Or you
again.
could have had Doom 2016. Clue number 11.
Oh yeah.
Did they throw it? Is that what she's saying?
Did they throw it? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you're not giving us a whole lot here.
Wow,
Derek.
these
To be
are
fair,
so
we're getting these
obscure.
We suck, but on the other hand,
Wow.
what the fuck?
Wee. No idea.
So my headphones are messing. They rip.
Maybe that's deadly. Maybe that's deadly premonition.
Cheap things.
I'm going
Sorry,
deadly
where are we?
premonition. I say maybe that's deadly premonition. Who knows?
Well, can't hurt to guess because I don't have any
No
freaking
clue. Not a clue.
Not a clue.
That was it.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Ah.
I mean, I would have thought there was something about a balloon or like a
something
clown.
that gives us a little bit of a clue.
He's being like so obtuse with these, like.
Look, Derek, I love you,
I
man.
mean, but here's the thing:
flipping heck.
the Frankenstein. That was a great clue because, okay, even if we didn't know exactly where it was from because we haven't seen that movie a whole bunch, like brain, we got to find another brain. Like that's we can trace it back to the story. This, did they throw it? What?
No,
Huh?
it's actually. You just put the dialogue was, "Do they float?"
Oh, do they float? Okay.
Do they float? Well,
I guess that's a thing in it.
I love you.
know.
I love you, Derek, man. But we're struggling with hearing some
really.
of these.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's why we're not getting them.
That's why we're struggling. Yeah, that's totally why we're not getting them.
All right, here's the next one. All right, we got to get one of these at some point. It's just bound to happen.
Yeah.
Clue number 12.
I am Dr. Edward Roivas. I am a clinical psychologist. I am also dead.
Hold on.
That's a great line. I'm also dead.
I think I'm gonna.
Is that the man with two brains? No, I don't know.
Maybe I'm wrong. I'm gonna have a stab at it.
Go
ahead.
on, Chidi. It can't be any worse than what we've been doing.
I'm gonna say it's Eternal Darkness.
Okay.
But I'm not. I'm
only played
about
that once, very briefly.
I'm
a
about
long time ago.
45% sure. So it's not very
All right,
good.
well, let's see.
That was Eternal Darkness.
Oh, snap. Look at Chitty in the
Wow.
clutch.
Chitty!
4.5.
Wow.
Now we can't. That's the second to last one. There's only one more, so we can get to 5.5, which is almost to Fearless Fellows. So we can get close, which is worth getting.
Come on, this is tough.
There we go.
Sanity's Requiem. And finally, clue number 13.
It's a robot. She's a goddamn robot.
That was
Did you skip
What?
one there, dude?
Nope.
Oh no.
That was it. Here we go. I'm gonna play it again.
He's Requiem. And finally,
He was just saying the whole name of the.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he was.
clue number 13.
It's a robot. Ash is a goddamn robot.
I know
You say
this
Ash
one.
is a goddamn robot? That's got to be Army of Darkness or something.
Yeah, it's got Army of.
It's Ash.
Yeah, it's got to be Army of Darkness.
But I don't recognize that line from either of the movies.
No, I
It
don't,
must
but
be
he has
one
a-
of the
he has
maybe
a
the
metal-
TV show or like the
Doesn't he
remake
have a
or
metal
whatever.
arm or something?
Well, he has a chainsaw attached to his arm, but I don't
Yeah.
remember anybody saying he's a robot.
Robot?
so.
No, I don't.
But Ash, like
It's got to be.
the
I
only
mean,
other Ash isn't Ash the one in Pokemon.
Yeah, it's not. It's not horror.
It's not
though,
that,
is
It's not
it?
going to be that. But
It's
I'm
not
just
horror.
thinking people named Ash.
Yeah, I'm going with you, Duke. Let's do it.
All right, I'm not very very happy about it, but like I said, like Chinny said, 45%.
And that was Alien.
Ah.
And that's it for the quiz.
Oh man, we
Oh,
bombed
man,
it.
we sucked.
We are bad at that quiz. You need to give us a real easy quiz next week.
Yeah,
Just be like,
Derek,
what
flipping
game
heck.
was a female version of Pac-Man that came out several years after
Yeah,
Pac-Man?
exactly. I might have got that. Wow,
It was
we were
Mario's first
oh,
game
we
where
were
he was called
terrible at that.
Jumpman, and he went after a big monkey. Donkeys
Wow, we
aren't
s-
monkeys. Stop trying to confuse me.
We sucked.
Well, we appreciate the quiz, even though we suck
we
at
do
it.
appreciate it. Thank you, Derek.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Thank you, Derek. God, we
Yes,
sucked
thank
at
you,
that. We
Derek.
were terrible.
Yeah, we did.
Terrible.
Oh well.
Well, on
A
that
bad
very-
quiz? It's not a bad quiz. A tough quiz that we suck at is still more fun than no quiz at all. So,
Exactly. Well, on that downer, because we were fucking terrible
yeah,
at that,
disappointing note.
we should do some shout outs and get the hell out of here.
Yes, let's do some
Duke.
shout outs.
Go.
Hang on.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
Yeah, I'll shout out Amar because he's talking shit about Bethesda for some reason. I don't know why he's got to be such a jerk. You can
'Cause
put
they're
all the
terrible.
Doctor. No, they're not. What you used to love Oblivion. What's wrong with you, Stuart? You can put all the Doctor Evil gifts you want, dude. You still. I never got on with any. It's not you, it's me. That's right. Yeah, Kev Westerman retweeted what I said, and SLH did too, and Brian did. For the time change. So thank you for Stu for letting me know that the time change is happening. And Chinny also let me know.
It
So
did.
Both of you
It
looking
did.
out for me. I appreciate that.
See? Making sure you turned up.
Yeah, Tim Kelly had a cool Flavor Flav thing. I don't know. I'm just looking through my mentions. And yes, Jay is correct. It is brewed straight from Satan's anus. And those are my shout outs. And everyone listening, thank you. And
Wow.
Jacinta for writing in or speaking in. And yeah, everybody who is involved in some way, send us a speak pipe, send us an email, make us a quiz that's easier for us to pass than Derek's.
James said,
All you gotta do
what
is-
are the monsters in Gremlins called?
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Oh, I just saw this. I should know it.
Hmm.
I think they're called Gremlins.
Gremlars.
No, Mogwai. Damn it. I got it wrong. They're not monsters. They're cute
Damn
little
it.
fluffy dealies. Yeah. All right, Stu, what's your shout outs?
I don't know. I'm going to shout out all the listeners and people who tune in every week on whatever platform you listen on, because we're on, I don't know, we're on Alexa, we're on Spotify, we're on fucking iTunes, we're on
Fling
everything.
Flang. We're on Fling Flang now.
There's, you pick a service, you'll probably be able to find us on there.
Yeah.
That is pretty much
OnlyFans.
how we
We're on
roll.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah, we
Chinny-
are naked.
Chinny gets his
We're naked on
junk
OnlyFans.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do a special naked OnlyFans version of the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woo!
So that's what we do. So
Apparently.
what we do is
Which is ridiculous because that means we record it twice because we're
we
obviously
record
not
the
doing it
show,
now.
and then we
We're gonna do it
record the
again.
show, the exact same lines. This is all scripted, naked.
You know, the worst part is on the naked quiz, we only got one other one right. You'd think we'd get a lot more
I
right
know.
the second time
I know.
around,
We
the naked
know.
time. But nope. And it's ironic because we're going to record that in just a second, apparently, because we wouldn't do this after the naked show. So how do I know that we only get one more right when we record this again in the future?
I don't know. It's all
I don't know.
Nakedness
I really don't know.
changes the space-time continuum, I guess. Something.
Wow, I am so confused.
Yeah, me too.
What
How is that
free
big
will?
muffin-ass bastard?
Anyway, Chinny,
Yes.
shout out.
Shout out to my brother. It's his birthday tomorrow.
Woo! Happy birthday!
On the 1st.
Happy birthday
1st of
to
November. So
Pete.
happy birthday to Peter. Shout out to Derek. thank you for doing the quiz. We do appreciate the
Yeah,
effort.
yeah, we do.
And thanks to everybody who's listening, obviously.
Obviously.
That's it, really. So, Pete and Derek, shout outs. Big up. And the guy that I pissed off at the snooker.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Yeah, we're very sorry for pissing you off, guys.
Yeah, exactly. I love that dude.
Chump.
Duke, by the way, Duke, I am very disappointed in you.
Good. Be disappointed. Why are you disappointed now?
Because you still haven't listened to me chill out mix, man. I know
I did listen to your chill out mix.
Well, you're not coming up as seeing it, showing us listen to it.
Okay, I don't know what to tell you. Why are you stalking me on Mixcloud?
No, because when he, oh my god, that is
What?
so fucking loud. The rain is so loud.
I can't hear you over the rain.
I know, that was amazing.
Seriously, I did listen to it.
What did you think? Did you like it?
It was good.
It's a good mix,
I don't understand why you're stalking me on Mix. How do you know I haven't listened to it?
Because he tells me he's listening. It says listeners, and
Jesus Christ.
if you follow me, you come up as a listener, and you haven't done.
Well, I don't know what to
just
tell you.
saying.
When does it say like yes, listened? It's because it's possible I didn't like play it every second of it. In the last 10 minutes, I might have turned it off or something. But
no, you only have to listen. I don't think you have to listen to that much. It's probably about 5 minutes. Or something
I don't know
like
what to tell you, man. I listened to it. I liked it.
Anyway, I've got a new one up.
Yes, I see that. And more chilling required 2 hours ago.
Yeah, this one.
I look forward to listening to it.
More Afro beats and tribal stuff.
Okay. Well,
So it's kind of cool. Anyway,
sounds good.
So give it a go. Give it a go, dude. Hopefully you'll like that one.
Ooh,
as
Derek's
well.
going to send us an X-rated horror movie quiz for the fans only stream. I don't know how many X-rated horror movies there are. I mean, if there are X-rated horror movies, they're
What do you
probably
mean?
X-rated because of like gore and violence.
I was going to say nearly all horror movies are X-rated in this
No,
country.
they're not. What are you talking about?
They are in the UK. Nearly all horror films are 18.
Well,
18 rated.
Wait a minute, but that's not R. In the United States, R-rated is like, I guess R-rated means you can't see it under the age of 18 without a parent or guardian. But I guess
that's what an 18 film
you
is.
mean 18 is like you can't see it at all if you're under that age.
Exactly.
Okay, which I guess is NC-17 or X. So yeah, you're right. I guess you're not wrong.
No, just because in America it's fine for kids to look at all that stuff. In the UK, they're a bit stricter.
It's not. No, it's the same thing. I'm just thinking. I always thought 18 was R, but it's not. It's X. So it's the same.
Yeah,
thing.
it is. It is.
Yes. Hi.
There you go.
Hi. Welcome to my TikTok.
Hi.
Bye.
By the way,
Oh.
I got my results from my blood pressure testing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and
I'm fine.
by the way, I
haven't
stopped
got-
the recording.
I haven't got high blood pressure after all, so it's all good.
You're still alive then.
Well, okay.
I'm still alive.
Just when you're at home doing nothing, your blood pressure's good.
Well, I was.
But when you're at work, maybe it's a little higher.
Yeah, well, it was fine apparently.
I'm glad to hear you're healthy. According to
I've got to have vitamin D supplements because I ain't got enough of that shit apparently.
I brought the Doom book to hold up and say we watched this, and then I forgot to do that. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm watching on Wednesday. I'll tell you what I think. Was it good? Am I gonna be impressed?
Yes, it's good. It's very visually impressive. I have some things to say about the story, but whatever, we can talk about that later.
Well,
and
we
it's
can
really
talk
not
about that
my. I mean, I guess it's not my beef with the movie. It's my beef with the book, maybe, or something. But then again, it's only half of the book that's covered in the first movie. So.
Yeah, there's two. There's a part 2 confirmed.
Well, there is a part 2 that's going to come out like 2 years from now. So.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'll leave you guys to it because I'm going to bed. Because
I'm leaving. I got to go grade some papers and edit this thing.
Papers,
pump
and
up
I'm
Jacinta's sound.
I'm sure Chinny's got something to do, and yeah, stick my mix on while you're grading papers. It'll make you work quicker. That's what I've heard, anyway.
Well,
So
if it's
it'll
chill
make
out,
you
music,
work
it'll make
quicker.
me chill out.
It'll make you work quicker because you want it to end.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, it will.
Well, I could turn the music off any time. I don't see how that has to do with Or you mean like I have to have it on while I'm grading the papers and stuff?
Have it on while you're grading the papers, man.
I see. All right. Have a good week, y'all.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
Say bye to the stream, Stu.